The Jeff Meacham Network's Multiverse of Media. For over 15 years, the recognized symbol of excellence and the standard bearer in coverage of sports and entertainment.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to our coverage across the Jeff Meacham Network, Multiverse of Media of WWE SmackDown New Year's Revolution. We finally hit the end of the week, boys. All the crazy theme shows from WWE, the greatness that was Wrestle Kingdom way too freaking early in the morning yesterday. And this man with the flu, God bless him, yesterday calling that show with or without partners. The man is a trooper. He is the MVP. We're going to give him some sort of medal or plaque or some giant blingy thing like Montel Latavius Porter just to acknowledge how bad of the ass he is. I am the West Coast Professor Jeff Meacham, joining me on stage for SmackDown, as they do for WWE. The simple man with the spectacular voice, hopefully fully recovered, Noah Foster. The renegade of wrestling himself, who I still have muted, which I'm an asshole for. JJ Williams is here with us as well. We are getting ready to go live with SmackDown at the top of the hour across the East Coast and across the JMN Multiverse of Media. So if you're tuning in on the East Coast, or if you happen to have one of those special feeds on the West Coast, more power to you. Gentlemen, the first week of 2024, watch along wise, is finally at its conclusion. How are we doing today? Jay, go for it.
Sorry, I was finishing up what I told you I was working on.
Yes, no, you're good. You're good. I just no kind of defer to you too. Like I will.
I am doing well. I am the only one I feel who did not participate in every watch along this week in some capacity.
No shit, right? Golly.
But I mean, I was in the chat room.
Yes, you were.
Until Uya Mera's match. That's when I went Mimi's.
As you should.
But
Boy,
yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to seeing what the WWE has in store for us this evening.
Yes, sir.
On SmackDown, The Rock Show, The People's Show.
Been seeing a lot of Dwayne across social media this week. So yeah, definitely the People's Week.
Yes.
Noah Foster, how you feeling, my friend? How you doing today?
Hello. Well, still recovering, as you can hear, but always good to see you both. Always good to see the chat. I'm feeling all right. I'm intrigued a little bit to see what happens on the first SmackDown of the new year. And overall, it's just been a really great week for the industry in general to open up as a whole this year. So I'm looking very forward towards how we close out the week of watch-alongs here with Friday Night SmackDown, then immediately go back to sleep. Because all I've been doing for the last, basically since Wrestle Kingdom stopped, is laying in bed and lightly, keeping my strength up with fluids and light snacks and stuff. So, but I'm far better than what I was during Wrestle Kingdom, especially during that House of Torture match, where that was a guys be a bathroom break for me to take care of myself from collapsing. So I'm feeling far better. Thank y'all, by the way, if you're concerned, y'all are nice. I just love doing this stuff and encourage people just to left your wrestling, and even your own self can't hold you down from what you love. My crazy ass. So good to be back once again. I'm looking forward to seeing what happens on the show that surprises me.
Yes. And yes, the day off for Noah at least will be coming Sunday. So stay tuned for that. But of course, that's God's day, and Noah's busy on Sundays anyway. So hopefully he'll get some rest, even if he is going to church. So
yeah, I was going to say he still has church shenanigans. We're supposed to be having an in-house town hall meeting.
That's fair. I forgot about that. So,
does Noah really ever get a day off? I mean, after all, he's
not
the
really
one that sits here and says, "What is sleep?"
That's fair.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
I joked with Jeff before you came into the room. No, I was like, I have a feeling that no matter what WWE puts in front of us today, it's not going to impress Noah because he's literally going from night 1 of WrestleMania 39 and that highest of high to the Raw after Mania.
Yeah.
Like literally, there's nothing that's going to top what Wrestle Kingdom was for you tonight. They could pull out all the punches. They could have people lined up from here to freaking Toledo, Ohio, from your black and yellow NXT that are coming out of nowhere. And NXT, we could have Tyler Bate teaming up with Butch tonight. And you're going to be like, okay.
He's accurate.
It's like Wrestle Kingdom had Dolph Ziggler and Matt Riddle.
That is Nick Nemeth. They are actually recognizing him by his name.
Okay, but to the people out here,
that's fair.
You know, what?
Did I miss Riddle?
Apparently, it was a video or something that was shown the second night.
Bro,
he's like in a complete dress shirt, like.
Oh, jeez.
Yes,
going away from the bro gimmick, like.
He's still kickboxing and wearing sandals. As far as I'm concerned, he's original bro. But to bring you all in perspective, the most unpredictable night of the year, the fallout of Wrestle Kingdom, New Year's Dash, after Hiroshi Tanahashi essentially defended the NW World Television Championship against Suzuki Taguchi, Matt Riddle challenged him for that title. Date yet to be determined. It wouldn't surprise me, though, if it's at Battle in the Valley, which, of course, is January 13th, the same day as TNA Hard to Kill. And already booked for that card is Will Ospreay versus Shuchika Okada and Shingo Takagi versus Jon Moxley. No disqualification.
There we go. Okay, sorry about that. Had a little bit of a glitch there. Walter, we did not confirm the dance off. I'm gonna say no for this week.
Well, let's see what Noah has to say before we go making commitments.
I'm trying to get this man some rest, but okay, go ahead.
I know, but he's going to be on open mic night anyways. You know how Noah do.
I'm dedicated.
Go ahead.
I mean, if Noah wants to take open mic night off, we definitely won't begrudge him, and we can save it for the 2-year anniversary show. But somebody made the suggestion that for a $50 super chat, we revisit the Dynamite dance-off and have Walter doing the Prince Nana, I think, and you doing Daniel Garcia's Woo.
You're what?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, all right. Well, that's a unique proposition, but I'm the man of the people, and I've come to respect Daniel Garcia more than ever after what he's been showing me. So if the people want it and they're willing to pay for it, then fine, make it official. Walter and the Simple Man will make it happen.
Oh my goodness.
There we go. But I will say this, we will play it by ear as far as tomorrow goes. If Noah is still feeling kind of the way he's feeling now, we'll save it for the 2-year anniversary of open mic night.
Correct. Yeah. Even if they super chat it, I promise to fulfill it. So
yeah,
I got y'all.
Okay, so that's good. We can table until the man's at 100%, and that's good. As far as the NWA show, Walter, I don't even know if Paranoia is on pay-per-view, it's gonna be the 13th. As it is, we've got Hard to Kill, which we have a live correspondent on the ground for, and we're covering it across the Multiverse Media with me and Noah on the call. Plus, we have our anniversary of open mic night next Saturday as well.
Right.
So I would say the NWA. I haven't. If it's on pay-per-view, I don't know it. How about that?
As far as all the other shows on the 13th, which is the first cluster F day of professional wrestling, because you got Battle in the Valley, you got Battle in the Belts 9. I guess the NWA is doing something. My primary top priority focus in the wrestling industry that night is the return of TNA Hard to Kill.
Okay. So the answer will be a no on the call for NWA Paranoia, even if it is on pay-per-view, because we've got Noah well committed and ready to go for Hard to Kill. So again, this is the problem with the wrestling industry. Everybody wants to try to counter program or whatever, but we already are committed. We've been committed to Hard to Kill since Bound for Glory.
Exactly.
Scott made the big announcement. So
when it was first announced.
Yep. Yep. The minute Scott Demore said TNA wrestling and the Hard to Kill was going to be the launch, it's like, well, we know what we're doing.
Yeah.
She knows I was going to go, but it worked out so good that I'm not, because I get to go take my boy to see the Eagles in the previous day. I'm not going to get home until like after 1 a.m. the morning of the 13th. So it's going to be one of those days like this weekend. It's like, cat nap it off, and then off we go into work again.
Makes sense.
Pardon me for my cough, by the way. This cough that you all have been hearing me linger with since the better part of the summer, it just kind of is what it is. We're trying to tay here and shake it off, but it ain't happening.
You only can do your best with what you're facing. It is what it is under those circumstances.
But we've got a great lineup in store. We've got 2 championship matches, a championship match and a number 1 contenders match for the U.S. Championship. We have the U.S. champion descending on SmackDown tonight, announced this week, Logan Paul, everybody's favorite viral disease, which I gave Natalie that terminology. That's not knowing she didn't know. She fell off the couch laughing about, like, if that is all a Mr. Foster thing, she is in for it. She is here for Logan being the viral disease. So when we all get together on the call again, we got that.
Alrighty.
And as announced this week, at some point during social media, JJ sent me the graphic. The Tribal Chief will be in the house. And after what happened on Monday,
oh boy,
I want to hear what Roman Reigns has to say during SmackDown. I have not been this about the Tribal Chief's entrance and getting that microphone from the wise man in a long time. This is going to be some, as the former man would say, it's going to be some good shit, pal. So
yeah, and considering that tomorrow is my daughter's birthday, the Tribal Chief is appearing on SmackDown for her birthday, so to speak.
That's it. There you go.
I know that's how she's going to flip it at the party. Be like, Dad, did you see my Tribal Chief on SmackDown?
Yeah.
He showed up because my birthday.
Everybody's in effect. Roman and Paul and Solo and Jimmy. And you know the entire bloodline is tuning in tonight. Be they Jay, be they Trin, be they the Samoans, be it everybody on the fringe. They are all going to want to hear what Reigns has to say, because if shit gets called, if we have to assemble tribal court, the Anawahis are going to be like, really now? Hey, Papa H, I can't have payday too?
Yeah.
Just throw that out there.
It will definitely be morphin time, and the Megazord will be assembling on SmackDown.
I'm saying.
And if rumors are to be believed, and I've seen this posted a few different places today, so I'm not going to name a name.
Right.
But I've seen it on multiple sites. January 13th could be a very interesting pay-per-view for Trinity, as it is very heavily believed that she will be back in the E by the end of the month.
Interesting.
Potentially with a Rumble return. So for Trin to be back, for Jimmy to be where he is, for the Road to Mania to be laced with rocky roads for the Tribal Chief, Trin could finally be coming into the bloodline like everyone wanted all along.
Absolutely. She should have.
Only time will tell. And again, Hard to Kill is going to be very pinnacle towards the beginning of what could be a bright new reset for TNA Wrestling.
Like I said during the course of, I think it was Wrestle Kingdom, primarily because I was on the call for that, this week is setting the tone for what could be one of the most fun years I've had as a fan in this, my 34th year as a fan of professional wrestling.
Amen.
I'm here for it, man. All of it. I love it.
Absolutely. And yes, Josh, you are correct about that. But we were trying to keep it topical to the bloodline.
Yeah.
Hence the reason I didn't mention those 2 particular names, but you are correct.
And what would suck is if they both they get contracts, and if they debut at the Rumble, and if Jade Cargill debuts at the Rumble, your bet still's off because Deanna done messed you up.
I know. Deanna did what she did on Wednesday. Damn the virtuosa.
Made this man happy though.
Yes, it did.
Hey.
I heard him screaming from Toledo, Ohio.
Was I really that loud that night? I don't think I was.
I think that's why his
That's the
voice is
reason
not.
why you have no voice. Exactly.
Okay, maybe that's the initial reason why. I'll give you that.
Oh Lord! And you know what? If you lost your voice between the Deonna Purrazzo signing with another major promotion in this country and Wrestle Kingdom, we're not going to begrudge you a god dang bit for it because those are two tremendous reasons.
Damn right.
I love it, man. I'm so happy. I'm happy for her, and she seems so happy being in her home area, getting that debut.
Absolutely, perfect way to come in too, and really go into the next level of her career. All the best,
Mariah.
Wilson. I'm looking very forward to this new era. Now, All Elite.
And Mariah May was pissed on social media post interviews, so there's going to be some going down, going into Revolution. I'm here for it.
I'm all
Mariah
here for
May,
it.
aka Tiffany Stratton 2.0.
Hey, now Mariah May was doing things in Japan before Tiffany Stratton became a thing in this country. So
I'm just saying.
All right.
Very similar. Although,
I'm not going to get.
Mariah's got kind of a pseudo Mickey James thing going with Trish Stratus type stuff too. So yeah. Anyway.
And she's far more capable of stardom. Let's go ahead and get into the things. Now, we are literally perfectly in sync. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the final WWE Live Watch Along event festivities for the first week of 2024 too. Yeah, man. All right.
Right? No, I feel you, brother.
Of course, we're going to start with a highlight, of course, what happened on Monday Night Raw when we were electrified on day one.
Jinder Mahal.
Yes. Introduced to the former WWE champion, that was Jinder Mahal.
Oh.
Doing a rousing ovation of boos heard everywhere outside of India.
Right.
And you know what? I thought of a worse WWE champion than Jinder Mahal.
And who would that be?
Rey Mysterio. Only because length of reign.
Fair.
That's fair. That's fair.
The length is unfortunately a small asterisk in the career of Rey Mysterio. Highly underwhelming. So I'll give you that. You're absolutely right about that.
The length of Rey.
Personal bias, Dave Bautista.
Damn, when we were in California,
he was better as a world heavyweight champion than he was as WWE champion.
He's not wrong.
When you think his WWE championship reign lasted a day, the first one because of the injury contested in the train, in the cage, and then the other ones were the whole battle with Cena where Dave was stuck up to McMahon. It's like, yeah, okay, I can definitely concede that.
Definitely there are worse WWE champions than Jinder Mahal. Damn it.
That's a low bar, but okay.
I was gonna say,
hey. I just said 2 Hall of Famers.
You did.
That had championship reigns worse than Jinder Mahal.
And I still would have took them over seeing Jinder as we pull into the present
day. But it wouldn't have made for the perfect pop for The Rock, though.
That's fair. You need to have that perfect counterpoint to The Rock, and Jinder Mahal was that.
Meanwhile, the SUV is here.
Oh, boy.
The Tribal Chief has arrived with his brand new Levels Above hoodie.
I need that hoodie in triplicate. One for you, one for me, one for somebody else. I don't care who.
Roman has got nothing to say right now to Kayla.
Nope.
We know Roman. He's going to do his talking in the ring.
That's right. He wants the entire WWE Universe to acknowledge him, and they will. By God, they will.
Well, with that being said, off the kills of an electrified Monday Night Raw on day one, we welcome you, as we know the Rock's resolution, to Friday Night SmackDown New Year's Revolution, virtually from Vancouver, British Columbia. Hello, everybody, and welcome once again to Jeffy Direct Live Watch on Event. You know what this is. Friday, Samantha Superbrand, the voice of JMN, for a great professional wrestling, damn it, but starting to appreciate sports entertainment. My name is Noah Foster. With me, as always, is the Renegade Wrestling JJ Williams, and it looks like we're going to kick things off welcoming back home Kevin Owens as we look to crown new number contender to the United States Championship. JJ, you ready to go tonight?
I'm definitely ready to go. And this is one of the matches I'm the most looking forward to because the dichotomy in the storyline here. You know, Santos Escobar, of course, turned on the LWO and Rey Mysterio a few weeks back. So you know you've got Joaquin Wilde, you've got Cruz del Toro in the wings, kind of looking to get a little bit of revenge on him for betraying Rey Mysterio. Same time, you got Kevin Owens, who's been feuding with Austin Theory and Grayson Waller, A-Town Down Under. So either one of those men could play into the fray and try to cost KO the match. Then, of course, you've got Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams from NXT, who have both been part of KO's storylines here as of late. Of course, KO came and helped Trick this past week. KO fought Carmelo Hayes to get to this point. So there's so many X factors that could play into this match with Santos Escobar here this evening and the finals of the United States Championship Tournament to see who will face Logan Paul at the Rumble.
And to your point, Kevin Owens, a former 3-time United States champion. Santos Escobar is looking for his first piece of main roster level gold since being the NXT Cruiserweight champion back in 2021. And while you talk about the road of Kevin Owens' way to the finals, Santos Escobar's road was paved through Bobby Lashley and Dragon Lee. But also we saw Kevin Owens get a bit of revenge this past Tuesday night in NXT, costing Grayson Waller an opportunity to come in a contender for the NXT championship. But Kevin Owens has not held this title since 2017.
And Josh, there is nobody that would make me miss Josh Matthews on commentary. That is a bad Josh for that one.
We're going to pretend we didn't hear that. Says Escobar, of course, calls himself once again the self-professed emperor of Lucha Libre, once again rebuilding, to your point, Legado del Fantasma of Los Lofaros after turning his back on Rey Mysterio, the Latino World Order, and making a statement against Dragon Lee already on 2 previous occasions. And again, waiting one of these two is Logan Paul, the Royal Rumble, who beat Rey Mysterio for that title last year at Crown Jewel and has yet to defend it.
In a match that, a champion, Rey Mysterio, with that belt really belonged to Santos Escobar. He was the one who won the contendership. He was the one that was supposed to get the title shot, but due to a freak injury that sidelined him from action for 1 whole week, Rey Mysterio picked up the ball and won the title.
And speaking of the champion, the previous champion, here comes the current United States champion himself, the Maverick, Logan Paul. And there's no doubt he's going to be very impulsive here during this match on commentary.
Josh, thank you for the $2 super chat. Ding, 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 ding. Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
All right.
If Andrade returns, does he sign with the LWO or with Santos? I think he goes with Santos. I think Andrade works so much better as a heel. Andrade as a baby face, just no.
Wait a minute.
Oh, here we go.
We were talking about faction warfare. Here comes the LWO, Walking Wild.
Cruz del Toro, both
clearly taking out Los Lotharios, neutralizing them. Looks like this will be a one-on-one contest.
The way it should be, but Santos again could have Waller and Theory in his back pocket as a plan B.
Well, I just ate a super kick for your troubles. Meanwhile, Cannonball here in British Columbia. Kevin Owens looking to make quick work tonight. Santos Escobar and punches ticket to the Royal Rumble off to the top rope. Big splash! It might be enough for a cover. Look at the near leg and a near fall.
No.
And again, we also got to consider, you see Kevin Owens grasping that right wrist, JJ. We know that right wrist is not 100%, but that also could be an X factor with that cast. Can Kevin Owens punch his ticket to face the Maverick? We'll find out after this commercial break on Friday Night SmackDown. Yeah, and as far as your point goes with Andrade El Idolo, I could definitely see him working more as a heel, but Andrade feels like a guy to me that wants to go a business for himself. He tried that whole thing about leading a faction or being part of some of those faction monopolies. And I do think with the previous managerial work dynamic with him and Leo Vega from my NXT, I could see him coming in as a babyface to counterpoint Santos Escobar while Rey Mysterio covers from injury. I think long-term he could be a heel, but initially, if they're going to build Santos Escobar as the heel of Friday Night SmackDown, you need a great counterpoint to face him. With Rey on this show for who knows how long, Andrade Idolo is a hell of a replacement.
I agree with that. I definitely agree with that.
Excuse me. Again, full commercial break, folks. But again, we thank you all for tuning in. Please like, subscribe, comment, tell a friend. And if you want to, like Mr. Mansfield did, dictate the conversation, super chat, as simple as that. And please tell your friends that we do this for all the shows across all the brands of wrestling here at the JMN Multiverse Media. And the reason we're doing, of course, these TV shows because they're themed, and that's also the kickoff. If this was to become more of a weekly thing, it would require a whole lot more super chatting. But at the end of the day, we're just happy to do what we can to entertain you and engage with you. Hey,
Yes.
Jeff.
Yeah, I was thinking with Andrade after that post that Ashley put out there on her social, thanking everybody for all the support and being very uncharacteristically babyface-ish. You got to have Andrade come back as babyface just to have that rub, at least for now. Like I said, turn him heel down the line, that's great. Ashley's going to be out for 9 months to a year, so he can ride that wave. Maybe not the entire 9 months to a year because golly, but a good chunk of it, maybe post-Mania, maybe going into Money in the Bank season. I could see that happen. Or maybe even going into Backlash, because Backlash is only a month after that. But, Europe is another one of those freaking bizarro worlds, so why not?
Yeah,
that's fair. And to the fans, don't misinterpret my yes for being happy that Charlotte is injured. Of course, we don't wish injury or bad times on anybody.
Right.
But let's be honest. Charlotte being out of the women's title picture for 9 months to a year is a good thing. Doesn't matter how it happened.
Right.
It's going to keep the division fresh so that when she comes back as a surprise entry in the 2025 Rumble,
right,
we pop for her instead of going, Charlotte's back. She's going to get a title shot.
Yes. It'll be good for the character Charlotte Flair. And as much as she's hating acknowledging personal weakness, it'll be a good recharge period for Ashley Flair, which is long overdue for that girl.
That person needs to protect their mentality, and this is the perfect opportunity to do so. At the end of the day, look beyond the character. This is a human being, folks. And we are back here on Friday Night SmackDown, number one contendership for the United States Championship, the United States Championship Tournament Finals. Settles Osborne and Kevin Owens with the Maverick, Logan Paul at ringside. Kevin Owens right now in control. Of course, Logan Paul uses that one lucky punch, but Kevin Owens is also showing us he has his own KO shot, even with a broken right wrist. Look at him going up to the top rope again. Settles Osborne meeting him, though. And again, Settles Osborne has not had a title since 2021, while Kevin Owens has had multiple accolades, including a WWE Undisputed Tag Team Championship last year, but it hasn't been United States Champion, JJ, since 2017, when he was known as the face of America.
Good to know. 2017 definitely wasn't watching again at that point. Yeah, at what point does KO's wrist and that brace cease to be, he has an injured wrist, and it turned into Cowboy Bob Orton?
Well, maybe after this, if he angers him enough to fraud it into the ring post, that's right now is literally working on that wrist. The broken right hand of Kevin Owens right now is literally headbutting that cast. Of course, we know how dangerous that right hand is, as Kevin Owens has knocked out previous opponents, trying to send a message to Logan Paul. Modified hammerlock here on the damaged right arm by Settles Osborne. Kevin Owens looking for leverage with the body shots, though, trying to create separation here, and now off the ropes. And Settles Osborne catches him. Tilt-a-whirl, backbreaker.
Beautiful tilt-a-whirl there.
Yeah, but look at the way Settles Osborne, though, loses his balance afterwards. Took more out of him to execute that move than maybe it actually damaged Kevin Owens.
Well, you got to figure the size and weight of KO there. I'm not saying Santos is a weak individual, but all that momentum and the weight of KO crashing down on his knee and thigh there, it's going to rock you a little bit as well.
Yeah, about to say the weight distribution with that tilt-a-whirl backbreaker, as we go back to the replay here, was definitely not fully balanced. Oh, man. Again, the spine buckling on another man's patella, even with a pad. Kevin Owens right now grasping that right wrist and right hand. Kevin Owens right now, one-armed man in an ass-kicking contest. As that's Osborne creating distance. What you're looking for here, out of the corner to clinch his way to Logan Paul's Championship rising knee strike. And now Santos Escobar picking up speed with the Tijeras. Takes Kevin Owens up and over to the outside, though. The Emperor, the self-proclaimed Emperor Lucha Libre, looking to fly tonight with a tope suicida, driving Kevin Owens into the barricade. £260 frame, by the way, crashing the barricade. To your point, Kevin Owens, 260-pound girth.
Well, you figure Santos is what, probably like 220?
220, I would imagine, being a former cruiserweight champion, just probably a little bit outside the original 205 range, which I know they probably did bump up to 220 in the later days when the cruiserweight championship, of course, was part of NXT, not just your NXT, but my N-era NXT on the network.
Which I think you'll be proud of me, sir. I actually went back last night and I started from season 6, episode 1, when NXT first moved into Full Sail and branded as the black and yellow NXT. I watched about the first 5 episodes.
Nice. You really saw the genesis of what became pretty much a reinvigorated attitude era as professional wrestling focused product within the WWE sports entertainment ecosystem, brainchild of Triple H that basically reignited women's wrestling for sure. As far as calling it women's solution is what it is, but you can't deny what Bayley and Sasha Banks did NXT TakeOver Brooklyn, and we haven't looked back since. There's been star stats, but definitely gotten better over time. Oh, nice. Kevin Owens calling with the DDT. Follow up. After Santos Escobar went for a high risk out of the corner, and Kevin Owens was able to scout it. But Kevin Owens is able to go for a cover right now. You see Kevin Owens right now grasping that right wrist, that right arm. And Kevin Owens again might be going towards the high risk district. I'm not sure if this is wise here. Santos Escobar once again meets Kevin Owens. Clocks him with a forearm. Again, both these men are fighting to challenge the Maverick at the Royal Rumble for the United States Championship. The curious position here. Santos Escobar on the inside. Kevin Owens trying to fight back, though. And the headbutt again to that right wrist. But you know you can never count. You can never count Kevin Owens out. Oh God!
Oh Jesus!
That ridiculous fisherman buster. Kevin Owens right now in a world of hurt. Can Kevin Owens capitalize when we return to Friday Night SmackDown? That
great
was ridiculous every time he pulls that off. My God.
Seriously. But yeah, it was kind of fun getting to see Fandango when he was still Johnny Curtis. EC3 is Derek Bateman. Juice Robinson is CJ Parker.
Yeah, that freaking hippie. Of course, Kevin
it's
Owens
so funny sorry.
No,
it's funny to think of CJ Parker evolving into Juice Robinson, because you go back and watch CJ in the first couple of years of NXT and how Kevin Owens in his debut just obliterated CJ on the way to his taking out Sammy at the end of the night. It was like, geez, what an evolution of a character. How Juice is now. It's crazy.
And he busted Kevin Owens' nose during his
he did
match, so he left his mark regardless.
It's like, yeah, let's just Kevin off first night.
It was cool to see the Usos back doing the dancing gimmick with the half face paint. I remember those Usos.
Oh yeah,
that's what it was. The Hoffa. I know exactly what you're talking about. Again, I followed NXT since the days it was a Match Striker game show.
Yes, Josh.
What it became.
They are one and the same, Mansfield. They are one and the same.
Do your homework, young boy. If you ever want to be a If you ever want to be a stronger analyst, Josh, you have to know some research, or you have to do some analysis, and you can't trust Wikipedia.
That's it. I'm totally clipping that from Russo. I'm going to use that from now on. Just give me a second
here. Damn it.
Done did it, Josh. Done did it now.
Well, anyway,
I figured, I know some of the people from New Japan came through there. I know there's a lot of people that are in AEW now came through there.
Oh, yeah.
So I figured if I go through here and I start, doing my research and my homework, then if I ever get stuck having to do a New Japan watch with you, or James can't do an AEW call, I've got some, history that I can call back to.
You got some background, basically, is what you're talking about. And that's what I think is very important, to engage and basically educate and enlighten anybody that wants to, learn more about this. And I think that's what's most important at the end of the day, because it's easy for anybody to just call what you see on a screen. It's another thing to actually enlighten somebody blindly what's going on the screen too, with this individual that they may have known under this name or this company versus where they are now and this name and this company, aka anybody from the independent scene in WWE for the most part. So I'm very proud of you, JJ, and I think that's very noble of you. We're back here on Friday Night SmackDown. This is our finals of the United States Championship Tournament. Santos Escobar, Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens right now still fighting with a broken right hand. And Santos Escobar right now trying to take advantage of the ridiculous fisherman buster Kevin Owens was able to capitalize earlier.
And yet for some reason we're back in that corner, Noah. We came back and KO had Santos set up for like a fireman's carry, possibly a Death Valley driver. Of course, Santos has gotten out of it, but it just seems kind of weird that we would go right back to that corner.
It just seems to be the money shot anymore for Kevin Owens. Every bit of his high-risk offense has come out of that corner. Blocked the shot with the broken right arm, though. Oh, catches Santos with a super kick, takes him off the apron. And again, Kevin Owens, he's always the guy that just keeps on fighting. That's been his MO his whole life. Oh, Jesus!
Swanton bomb.
Yeah, rolling senton, whatever you want to call it, from the apron to the floor on Santos Escobar. Even Logan Paul been surprised by that maneuver. And once again, back to that corner, looking for high-risk offense. He might be one frog splash away from clinching. Oh, no, but Santos got the knees about the attempted swanton bomb. Santos with the last possible second counter to preserve life still in this number one contenders match. There is no turning back here. It all or nothing for either of these two to punch their ticket to the Royal Rumble, the Champs United States Championship. Beautiful Frankensteiner off the top rope by Santos Escobar. And Santos saying that is all. Looking to make sure that Kevin Owens stays down. Santos up to the top rope. Big frog smash by Santos by cover. Hugging the legs. No! How did Kevin Owens kick out of that?
Sheer determination. The will and the moxie of the fighting champion,
So besides the fact he's on his home country, again, the MO, fight Owens, fight. And it looks like Logan Paul might be getting a little bit instigated here by the Canadian crowd here.
Let's be real. He only came so he could get him some Tim Hortons.
Yeah, and drink it and then eat it with Prime. You're probably right there, but again, Kevin Owens right now hoisted up to the top rope by Santos Escobar. Santos Escobar right now looking for something out of the corner again. Big high risk offense here. Will this self-proclaimed Emperor Lucha Libre be dethroned before he even could get his crowd again? Kevin Owens still fight back, grasping that right wrist. Ooh! Step up and Zaguri rocks Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens right now. Oh, wait a minute. Kevin Owens says this bar up on the shoulders. Whoa,
oh, God.
Rolling Swanson covered a near fall. Take a look at this, JJ.
I don't want to look at it again. That looked vicious, Noah.
Yeah, rolling Swanson, steamroller, whatever the hell you want to call it. Up in the fireman's carry, rolled through, down and through. Kevin Owens with a near fall, following that high-risk move.
KO's got to be getting frustrated here. The resilience of Santos Escobar. What's it going to take to put him away?
Well, to your point, the resiliency of Kevin Owens, what's it going to take for either of these men right now to put the other away?
Outside interference. I'm still waiting for that other shoe to drop. We've still got Waller in theory. 8 count down under.
Oh, wait a minute, look for the stunner. And the roll-up. Might not need it, the roll-up. And a kick out by Kevin Owens. Block the kick. Kevin Owens catches Santos Escobar with a super kick. Now look to rock him off the ropes. Might be looking for that pop-up. Powerbomb. Take over. Nice run.
Santos had it scouted.
Didn't scout this time, though. Pop-up. Powerbomb connects. Escobar went to the well once as many times, and Kevin Owens capitalized. Stunner runs in, though. None can miss him. The Stunner, by God, the Stunner! The cover by Kevin Owens! Kevin Owens is going to Royal Rumble! There you have
I
it,
am
folks.
honestly pleasantly surprised.
It was very... Woof.
You kind of figured they would probably put the babyface over to go against the heel Logan Paul. However, like I kept pointing out, with A-Town Down Under kind of wanting to get their revenge on KO, especially after Tuesday night, I'm surprised they didn't prevent the match.
Well, they probably stewing backstage somewhere. Looks like Logan Paul is going to congratulate his new challenger, his first challenger. What an ego on this guy. You're no John Cena, dude. Sorry. Not sorry. Probably the last great United States champion we had next to Bobby Lashley. Seems to be champion when you haven't defended it. Just saying. Logan Paul is impulsive as usual. The Canadian previously had the United States champion, you idiot. In fact, I can name another Canadian that had the United States champion. R.I.P. to his actually main legacy. Damn. Even I understood that. That was harsh. That was harsh. Hey, the wrestling industry says never say never. Maybe hockey could say that. Maybe. Wow, and Logan Paul just got knocked the F out.
We're past 5 minutes, man. Say it.
I'm trying. Fuck it. All right. And a cast by way of the broken right hand of Kevin Owens. Jacking the jaw of Logan Paul. How's that for one lucky shot? Kevin Owens tonight shuts Logan Paul up and looks to reclaim at the Royal Rumble the United States Championship. Kevin Owens wins the United States Championship tournament. Great opening contest here, and now we know one match officially for the Royal Rumble. We'll learn about another one, I'm sure, later on tonight in our main event. Still to come here, JJ.
Absolutely. Gonna see which of these three men are gonna challenge the Tribal Chief. Is it gonna be the phenomenal AJ Styles, the Viper Randy Orton, or the megastar LA Knight?
Yeah. It was May 2022 that Randy Orton was taken out by the Bloodline, trapped in that guillotine, suffered a long-standing injury that required surgery. We wasn't sure if Randy Orton was ever going to return again on his own accord. And last year at War Games, Randy Orton came back better than ever, possibly, and he has made it known that he is coming for the Tribal Chief.
And why am I not surprised that Josh bought the Daddy's Back t-shirt?
You know what? Everyone's got their own purposes. Everyone's got their own choices, I guess, with their money. You know what? You spend how you wish. Of course, Randy Orton made one infallible statement since his return, laying the wise men after RKOing Jimmy Uso in the middle of the ring and officially signing to SmackDown. Excuse me. And we'll see if the Viper will once again find himself in front of Roman Reigns tonight in our main event still to come. Randy Orton, of course, a 14-time world champion. The last one-on-one encounter with Roman Reigns was back in 2014 on Monday Night Raw and ended via disqualification.
Interesting.
Yeah, keyword one-on-one. I'm just saying. That's where it matters the most when you figure out the one-on-one history. And let's also put this in perspective. Roman Reigns' launching pad during the Put Into Oblivion phase, part of that involved Randy Orton. In fact, beating Randy Orton at SummerSlam one year was one of the biggest wins early in Roman Reigns' career. And we'll see if Randy Orton gets the big win tonight in our main event. As we keep moving forward here on Friday Night SmackDown. What is this? Oh. They weren't booked for anything tonight. What's the Almighty Street Profits doing here? Well, tonight's all about New Year's resolutions. Create your revolution. The almighty Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits make their way out to the ring. I gotta imagine they're gonna have something to say for the upcoming Royal Rumble.
Either that or Tez is going to continue to show his upcoming reality show,
Oh, you're right. It could be a PR plug.
Love and WWE, Bianca and Montez, starting February 2nd on Hulu.
Well, besides the fact that he's got a reality show waiting for him, I do wonder what reality awaits Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits for 2024.
Oh, crap. Lashley's wearing a salmon suit. Watch out.
Well,
Need I remind you what happened the last time we saw a brother in a salmon suit on SmackDown?
True that, but I guess we'll see if history repeats itself. Bobby Lashley looks to usher in an almighty new year alongside the Street Profits. We'll hear from the almighty Street Profits and the almighty Bobby Lashley up next on Friday Night SmackDown. Hi, Jeff.
Meanwhile, this Monday on Raw, we had an electrifying return to kick off day one. Well, the static will hit the PAs and the Second City Saints will return this week on Raw.
And will Shinsuke Nakamura be the co-author and close the book on the story of Cody Rhodes? And so much more coming up this Monday, live on Monday Night Raw. All right, full commercial. This is where we just, fill you all in. So first off, great opening contest with Santos Escobar and Kevin Owens. Definitely a clutch effort by both men. And you got to wonder now what Santos Escobar is going to do. I imagine he's going to blame the LWO because I have to imagine the God of the talent there at ringside, he very well could have won this match. That probably was his ace in the pocket.
More than likely, but something in my gut tells me that Logan isn't going to carry that title past Mania. And then Santos can be the one to dethrone the babyface that takes it off of Logan. We just need to be patient and let the story cultivate a little bit more. Santos will get his time.
Yeah, I think he will. I see what you're saying. I don't think his time will come though until he's finally done in this. Let's just call it is. It's a friggin' warfare right now with the LWO. This has to culminate somehow with LWO and Legado del Fantasma and some sort of crazy multi-person, all-out guerrilla warfare type of match. And I could definitely see that happening at WrestleMania.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I thought we maybe would get Ray versus Santos at Mania, but if we get Ray, Cruz, Joaquin, and Carlito versus Santos, Los Lotharios, and Andrade.
You know what would be funny though?
Winner gets Zelina Vega.
Well, I mean that's
got to put something on the line,
Well, you got to have Electra Lopez and or Lola Vice also part of the affairs too, just to even the sides.
Well, Lola Vice seemed to be very uninterested when Electra Lopez was getting caught up with Cruz and Joaquin a couple weeks ago.
Well, Lola Vice already knows what's in front of her, and that's a guaranteed shot at the NXT Women's Championship. She clearly has a bigger priority in front of her, and good for her.
Exactly, which she almost cashed in this week. We almost had that cash in.
But Tatum Paxley and her strange obsession with the champion saved Lyra Valkyrie from a second NXT Women's Championship match for now. And right now, Lyra doesn't know which way to look at Tatum Paxley, but she's got something watching her back that she didn't ask for in the first place. That's very disturbing, to say the least.
And if you want to know more about our thoughts on this week's NXT, you can go check out Rangers of Wrestling, where Dattila and I discussed it for almost an hour. And of course, you can watch my review from For the Love of Wrestling this week. Jeff had his hand up very patiently. Boss Man's got something he wants to say. What is up, Boss Man?
What's up, Jeff?
Mr. Mansfield.
Go do your homework, bro.
There we go.
Thank you very much.
There you go. All right. Well, there's another official response video GIF right there. So just adding them on.
That's right.
As long as we got the capacity inside StreamYard. Well, We'll see soon enough if Kevin Owens becomes once again the face of America in 2024, as he now will challenge Logan Paul at the Royal Rumble for the United States Championship, and will take one lucky shot with a broken right fist to make that happen. As we heard yesterday, though, big news galore as WWE continues to shape out their year. WWE is cashing in, returns to Toronto, Ontario, Canada, as they'll bring Money in the Bank to the Scotiabank Arena in what will be a multi-event weekend in July. Not only will there be Money in the Bank, there will also be Friday Night SmackDown and NXT Heatwave. So go ahead and get your tickets now and get ready and get your passports in order and go join the fun if you can. Toronto gives us Money in the Bank weekend, July 5th, July 6th, July 7th. And we will cover Money in the Bank and NXT Heatwave here at the Multiverse Media. That is July 6th and July 7th. So stay tuned for more on that. We go backstage now to Logan Paul, who has an ice bag on his face after getting clocked.
As he should. I will say, while the viral disease is speaking, July 7th, I will very likely need a backup producer. That's my mom's birthday.
Hey.
Well, here's A-Town Down Under to check up on Logan.
A-Tail Clown, smack them all around.
And Cameron Grimes.
Damn it. Well, I want to hear what he has to say.
Need to find a lighter so we can light the fuse to take him to the moon. Jesus Christ.
Right?
Can barely count how many times he's been featured on SmackDown since being drafted.
That's because the
But I
Rocket.
digress.
That's because the Rocket hasn't left the launch pad. Speaking of launch pads, let's hear what the almighty Bobby Lashley has in mind for an almighty new year.
So they're stuck at Cape
Only
Canaveral for a year and a
problem
half.
to your theory there, Walter, is Logan's not around enough for them to be a stable.
Right?
Exactly. But you know who is around long enough to be a stable, it seems? The almighty Street Profits.
Well, yeah, but Roman is around all the time either, and they're still a stable. There is that.
The work that Bobby Lashley put in didn't get the results that he wanted.
I'll be back.
Okay. Of course, we saw it was in the later half of last year, JJ, that Bobby Lashley decided to hook up with the Street Profits and take them underneath his wing.
Yeah, it's kind of a modern day Hurt Business, a reformation, so to speak.
I just wonder if business has picked up yet, or is business right now in delay? Take everything they deserve. Take everything they deserve in 2024. But what do they deserve? Or what do they want to earn? Listen to Bobby. I'm listening. How about a trend? What trend? Bobby Chance reigning out. Also a former United States champion, former Almighty WWE champion. Has never won the Royal Rumble. What are they going to do? Advantage every opportunity. Come to the Academy Championship Gold. Okay. It looks like Street Profits still have inspirations on capturing the Tag Team Championships. Everybody straight at the top. Personal goal. 24. Of course, Bobby Lashley's ultimate goal is to get back to be the almighty, I imagine, WWE Championship. Put it in your notes, folks. Bobby Lashley's officially put himself in the Royal Rumble match. Wait a minute. What the? Uh-oh. This is not Alan Wake, but I think the end is here when it comes to Walking Armageddon, because I think somebody else is about to make his 2024 intentions known. Say your final prayer. Here comes Karrion Kross and Scarlett Bordeaux.
Paul Ellering.
The Authors
and there's
of
the
Pain.
Authors of Pain.
That's AOP, former NXT Tag Team Champions. And they're attacking the Street Profits and Bobby Lashley. Karrion Kross with a Dark Omen tonight at SmackDown Revolution. Take a look at this faction here. An unholy union has come upon us tonight in the former NXT Tag Team Champions and the NXT Champion. Oh, God, Super Collider and the Power Bombs. Fall and pray before Karrion Kross and AOP, this unholy unity. And look at the way, oh, you got to be kidding me. Pump handle on the shoulder. God!
Pump handle onto an F5 type maneuver there.
F5, night, Bobby Lashley. Karrion Kross and AOP have arrived tonight at SmackDown New Year's Revolution. Talk about a force of absolute destruction to deal with. Paul Ellering, Karrion Kross, and the Offers of Pain just took out the Almighty Street Profits. That New Year's Revolution may have already struck midnight. Talk about a colossal impact. Well, there's one thing we know for sure. I imagine that both Bobby Lashley and Karrion Kross are in the Royal Rumble, and both have the same intentions. But who the hell is going to stand up to that unit? Oh, boy.
That's insanity right there.
Yeah, you're not kidding. And, of course, Paul Ellering, one of the most successful managers, as we know, in the business, JJ. He's been around as long as we remember the Legion of Doom back in the early days of WrestleMania.
Even further, you know, Paul Ellering's been with LOD for a minute. I believe going back to the NWA and the AWA. Jeff can pop in and confirm that for me if he'd like, but Ellering goes way back with the Road Warriors.
Should former tag teams reunite and hook up with Karrion and Scarlett and whoop on that ass of the Profits and Bobby Lashley? Yes, Paul Ellering and the Road Warriors united. I believe it was in the early 80s in the AWA. They definitely got together, I think, in maybe the Crockett area, but not Crockett specifically. But the Road Warriors were part of a giant Legion of Doom stable with Jake Roberts before he became the Snake, King Kong Bundy before he became the check thief in the territories, as Ernie Ladd would say. And but once they decided that the three of them, Paul and Hawk and Animal, were just the force, they officially became the Road Warriors. When they went to WWF, the Legion of Doom just kind of stuck the name because they couldn't use the Road Warrior name. But even as Legion of Doom, they were introduced as Road Warrior Hawk, Road Warrior Animal. Never understood the whole, like, why can't we just use the name? But yes, that I believe 84 they either debuted or they definitely won their AWA tag titles in the years leading up to the first WrestleMania in the other territory, obviously. So they've been together off and on for a hot minute. Or they were.
Yeah. My New Year's resolution is to find whoever is now in charge of the WWE production truck, since it's no longer Kevin Dunn.
Yeah.
And tell them that they're never allowed to show that backstage ambush on AJ Styles ever again, because I swear to God, the last week we actually had live television. I think I saw that clip about 7 times.
Right.
And now they've shown it again tonight here.
Well, they gotta remind us.
I get we're building towards this triple threat, but we don't need to see it that damn much.
Yeah,
it's like seeing a Batman movie and watching Thomas and Martha Wayne get killed. We know what the hell happened. Let's just move the hell on.
You're not. You know what? I'll give you that. That's not fair. Of course, we know AJ Styles will take part in our triple threat main event to crown a new number one contender to face Reigns at the Royal Rumble after coming back 3 months later, being taken out by the Bloodline. And LA Knight basically took advantage of the opportunity that he believes rightfully was for him. Speaking of opportunity, Mija with a huge opportunity to capture her first Women's Championship in WWE as Meechum takes on Io Sky. Damage Control's leader and Genius of the Sky defends the prize. Tonight on SmackDown, can Meechum start off her new year right at SmackDown New Year's Revolution? Meechum and Io Sky for the WWE Undisputed Women's Championship. Next.
Come on, Io, let's go. Let's go.
First of all, I don't think Meechum is challenging anyone. Second of all, I'm gonna pull a U. God damn it, can we just call her Mia Yim?
I
Because
agree.
this shit is bullshit.
I agree. Thank you. I agree. I was waiting for you to
Meechum
actually.
sounds like a dish I would order at Panda Express.
It
Yeah,
sounds like something
let
from
me get a
Magic Walk.
small order of fried rice, a large chow mein, and a side of the Meechum.
Oh, you want Meechum extra rice? Okay,
Truth be told, Io Sky whooped my ass. I'm good. I ain't messing with Io Sky. She killed me.
Meechum tastes like fish. Anyway, God.
Now, I'll send the boy after her. He crazy.
That's different.
Oh yes, and yes, I have the boy back. Yay me.
Oh, very nice. Well, I gotta say, I guess Armageddon finally has come to pass as the offers of pain have once again risen. Now underneath, I guess you would say, the guidance of Karrion Kross and still under the influence of Paul Ellering. This could be a very dangerous force to be reckoned with.
Of course, our buddy Matt views at a live NXT event in his area, so he's popping in to say hello while they're at intermission.
Oh, nice. Have fun. Thank you, Matthew. Appreciate you.
I love it. I'm just thinking, 1 week from tonight, fellas, I will be, we'll be close. We won't be there yet, but we'll be en route to the fabulous Forum to see the Eagles say their last goodbye. Last goodbye. Oh,
enjoy it. And it won't be in Hotel California. I believe one of the most precious venues in California. Enjoy it, Jeff.
Yes.
1 week from tonight, Cece will be on the road heading back from Chicago with her oldest boy, his wife, and their kid as they come back this way to move in with us as well.
Nice.
So
everybody's playing the Daughtry
forward
song.
to that because
Full house.
Yeah.
Me and that boy go way back.
I think we need everybody on the porch playing the song. When they pull up, because it's gonna be a literal full house.
Yeah, right.
That was a.
You know what? Going back to the NXT thing.
Yeah.
Watching the vintage Bray Wyatt promos for his initial debut over those first 3 episodes. That was awesome to see.
Mm-hmm.
If they would just have not had John just not be so dominant at the end of that run they had in 2014 with him, man, the Wyatt family could have just been so much more special. I'm not trying to hate on John. I try not to do that for a lot of reasons, but it's not John's fault. He's not the one with the pencil in his hand at the end of the day, right?
No.
But, and I really try not to hate on Bray, even though people swear that I've got like heat towards him. It's just like, I just don't think death should be an automatic induction into the Hall of Fame.
I completely agree. I don't think that's lost in hindsight either. I just think people are emotionally triggered. It's like the sensitivity trigger anymore, where if you say something out of line that doesn't agree with someone else's mindset, it's almost like they want to chastise you in this day and age of connective internet response. And it's foolish. It lacks judgment, proper constructive judgment, and it shows a lack of character. I completely agree.
That's fair, Walter. I agree with that. Yim's getting more TV time than her husband.
Well, I mean, Keith Lee, he was supposed to be on pay-per-view, but he got injured. So, I mean, you look at Keith Lee's recent track record versus Mia Yim. Yeah, you're still right. Even if they weren't singles matches.
And she's been featured in more prominent storylines, like Jesus.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, it's the parts of the sum versus the sum of the parts. It's the rest of whatever's left of the SmackDown Women's division taking on Damage Control. That's really what this comes down to at the end of the day, JJ. As we're looking back here during the holiday season,
this match was so much fun to watch.
What Isla Dawn
and Alba Fire? Yep, they had presents around the ring with weapons inside it, and then those 2 big crates. They went to open one, and Isla Dawn popped up, and Alba Fire popped out of the other one, allowing Mia Yim to get the victory here and win this contendership opportunity.
I will tell you this. If Isla Dawn had been under my tree in that package, wrapped in the package she was in when she came out of that crate, y'all wanted to see me on the 26th.
I gotta imagine.
Or the 27th, or the 28th. And you probably would have been asking me to produce tonight if we're being fair.
Talk about playing damage control quite literally, as Io Sky looks to play damage control tonight and still hold on to the women's undisputed championship. I gotta imagine that Alba Fire and Isla Dawn were making a statement because, as we know, the Kabuki Warriors, they have their intentions set on the women's tag team gold. Let's not forget, Alba Fire and Isla Dawn are former WWE Women's Tag Team Champions. So clearly, no love lost there when it comes to repeating that history. Trying to make sure the Kabuki Warriors are non-factor.
Notice here, both the Good Brothers and the rest of Damage Control are allowing these two women to go one-on-one in this. They're not coming down to the ringside area.
Now, clearly, they believe they trust in who they are being represented by and believe that business should be done one-on-one. Io Sky looks to neutralize Mia Yim tonight, while Mia Yim looks to finally take control away from Damage Control and finally beat Io Sky. This will be Io Sky's sixth defense of the WWE Undisputed Women's Championship. She's been champion now for 154 days since cashing in last year at SummerSlam on Bianca Belair after winning a triple threat match.
It's also possible they're taking a note from AEW in the Continental Classic and trying to run a no seconds thing here.
It would definitely make me respect women's wrestling in WWE more, especially their championships, which I still believe are very irrelevant. The ratings are underway. Continental top in the early going here. And of course, we know the fallout, like you said, with Mia Yim, Io Sky, Damage Control in general, and of course, the unique set of allies that goes all the way before War Games, where, of course, the unique alliance was able to overcome Damage Control that night. We've also seen subtly lately how Bayley has basically been trying to execute a plan, but there might be another plan in mind by the other members. And I really have to consider what New Year's resolutions are on Damage Control's mind as a whole. Great athleticism shown by Io Sky here, taking Mia Yim up and over the T. Harris. Mia Yim, by the way, last time she faced Io Sky was on Monday Night Raw. She beat her in January last year, but has not held a single WWE accolade. Cover, backslide, 2 count.
Yes, and to Jeff's point here, Michael Cole, it is Isla Dawn.
Don't get me started on
not
that.
Isla Dawn, not Isla Dawn, Isla Dawn.
I may not be 100%, but don't think I will not rant on that 25-year veteran who can't freaking phonetically say a 4-letter name, but I digress. Pop up Io Sky.
If you'd like to hear Noah give on that rant, that'll be a $10 super chat to the Jeff Meacham Network.
And double stomp to Mia Yim by Io Sky. Io Sky taking control on the other going. Io Sky, former World of Stardom champion, one of the daughters of Stardom, endorsed by Antonio Inoki. And Mia Yim right now finds way to the ropes and sends the yellow from momentum flying through. Now Mia Yim right now trying to get a bad exchange. They're going to follow up. Tope Suicida drives the champion far away from ringside. Mia Yim on fire right now. Can she claim the gold as SmackDown New Year's Revolution rolls on?
And we are on full commercial meet.
As is tradition, but that's okay. Again, Mia Yim, the last time she actually held a championship was back in Impact Wrestling. Of course, now Impact, once again, is TNA, and that was when Mia Yim was Jade. Anyway, as I got a full commercial break again, it is one of those things that I do wonder. You look at Bayley, and when Damage Control first came on the scene in SummerSlam 2 years ago, and what Damage Control has done and what they become, where former enemies have become part of this unit, and the Pirate Princess set sail back to WWE and the Kabuki Warriors are once again a thing. The only one at this point that hasn't been an in-ring factor, but still I think has been a very major factor, is Dakota Kai. And I do wonder if Dakota Kai still has her own plan in mind. And is it against Bayley's intentions?
Yeah, this is a fun match for me because you've got Mia and Mia in the match and Bayley at ringside. JJ will appreciate this. Mia was going to be part of the Wild roster before she signed with TNA. So we had her on negotiations. We had her not locked up because the money was what it was a while, but we had her definitely agreeing to appear. And then one of the first times I saw our former champion Lucky O'Shea compete with Dave Marquez was against Davina Rose Bailey.
Yep.
So it's a circle of life on the Jeff Beachman Network Multiverse Media.
Full circle moment right here. Just
Bailey isn't at ringside. The entirety of Damage Control has gone to the back, but
botch.
No, not botch.
You never know. But you never know.
Yeah.
You never know if they're gonna still insert themselves into the action.
They are part of the storyline, part of the presentation.
Well, how many times has Bailey still come to the accord of Io Sky
exactly
when Io and Damage Control told her to stay away from ringside? And each time that she has come to ringside, despite their will, she actually has helped Io Sky retain the championship, to your point, JJ. So at the end of the day, I do think Bailey still has the best intentions for Io Sky. But I think that the rest of Damage Control might be wanting Bailey to have a little bit of self-control and let them handle things on their own. As we are back here on Friday Night SmackDown, WWE Women's Championship on the line, Io Sky versus Mia Yim. And right now, Mia Yim, strong knife edge chop exchange here against the champion. Spinning sold out Kit bends Io Sky over. And of course, this match was earned after their win at the Holiday Bash last year. Freaking street fight. Pushed away, meanwhile, off the ropes. And oh, man, he's a boot. Face first. Io Sky taking off her feet, grounded for now. And Mia again looking to capitalize here. And I do have to wonder, was that just circumstance that Alba Fire and Isla Dawn were there to play interference that night? Or have they had Damage Control in their crosshairs for a longer period of time? And I got to consider, are they going to somehow maybe play a factor in this if Damage Control tries to get involved? Nice cannonball in the corner by Mia Yim to Io Sky. Of course, both these two go to Bam ST. High stack on the cover, 2 count only. Take a look at the replay here, JJ. Watch this boot that just grounds Io. Bam! Right underneath the chin. Looking for an eat defeat. Shades of Gail Kim. Shote. Big uppercut. Shades of Joseph Thunder Liger by the Genius of the Sky, Io Sky. Kick caught in the back of the head, though. Waist slap for a German suplex out of the corner. Io Sky flying back, though.
For Alba and Isla, I think it comes down to the fact that when they got drafted over to SmackDown, Jesus.
Code breaker. Mia Yim to win the championship, calls the cover. Gets a 2 count. To your point, continue.
I feel like when they got drafted over as the NXT Women's Tag Team Champions and then dropped the titles to Ronda and Shayna, in that unification match, they never really got the opportunity to challenge for the titles again. They kind of got lost.
Yeah.
They were off TV for a while, only recently started to come back into the mix of things going into Halloween Havoc over on NXT, where they took over for Scarlett and Shotzi for the second week there, and really have kind of come back into the fray. So with Damage Control being the primary dominant women, with the Kabuki Warriors being a thing, I feel like maybe they feel that if they insert themselves against them, they will get a title shot at Casey and Katana, who are the fighting champions now, defending the titles on all brands.
Oh, wait a minute. Io Sky, though. Big German suplex on the apron with a bridge. Can't cover her there, though. Beautiful Northern Lights, though, by the champion.
And yes, Josh, Michael Cole isn't on SmackDown anymore. They've gone back to 2-man booths. It is just KP and Corey on SmackDown, Barrett and Cole on Raw, and Vic and Booker on NXT.
This little drop kick sends Mia Yim from the other side of the ring. And now Io Sky looking to finish it. Leaving her in the drop zone, up to the top rope. The Genius of the Sky looking to fly. Moonsault hits the knees. Critical moment here for Mia Yim to capitalize. Full Nelson, Dragon, Sleeper Suplex. There's the cover. Deep hook of the leg. New champion. No.
Oh, Jesus. Mia Yim here having quite a few moments
Again, like you said,
where it looks like
point.
he was going to take the matchup here. Oof. Just not able to put him away.
That dragon suplex, though, nearly gave Mia Yim her first title in WWE. Looking for something big here. The bat drop, roll through. Io Sky. Oh, double knees driving for Mia Yim. Cover, hook of the leg, and a 2 count.
Short range Meteora there.
Well, again, talk about, like you said, Isla Dawn and Alba Fire. We saw the opposite appearance tonight. This is the first SmackDown of the new year. You want to make an impression. You want to make your intentions be known. You want to do everything you can to build momentum towards a championship or whatever is your goal. And Mia Yim right now looking to claim goal, but another shote by Io Sky rocks Mia Yim. Mia Yim hung across the top rope, excuse me. And Io Sky looking for something big here. Frankenstein up at the strength of Mia Yim. Able to counter. What's Mia Yim going to look for out of the corner here, though?
Looks like she's got her hooked for a Styles Clash.
No way. Off the second rope. Styles Clash connects. That's got to be at the cover. Hooking on their leg. And Io finds her hand to the bottom rope.
I am so glad she did not kick out of that. That would have just made the Styles Clash look weak. They used the opportunity to grab the rope there, which made sense to get the break, stop the pinfall, and not make the Styles Clash look weak. Jeez.
Yeah, Mia Yim should have hooked that arm, and we probably would have had a new champion. Tope crash on the outside of Mia Yim. Crushing landing up against the barricade. Driving knees by Io Sky to Mia Yim. The champion looking to capitalize. Bringing Mia Yim back inside the ring, though. And now Io Sky looking to follow up, driving her knees again to the face of Mia Yim in the corner. And Io Sky in the driver's seat once again looking to finish it as the Genius of the Sky looks to fly and end Mia Yim's chances tonight. Moonsault connects! Cover, hook of the near leg, and Io Sky's retained.
Hell of a match here.
A lot of damage done, but damage control maintains in control of the SmackDown Women's Division with Io Sky at the helm, still our WWE Women's Champion.
And to think, Noah, that's only the second match tonight. We're an hour through. It still feels like a good pace, and that was the second match because both matches have been good, entertaining, and lengthy.
And good competitive. Very good start to SmackDown's new year, but a bad start for Mia Yim as she comes up empty after the G of the Sky hits the moonsault and end Mia Yim's chances tonight. I gotta imagine she would have hooked that far arm and prevented the rope break. There very well could have been a new champion starting 2024. Either way, damage control still in control as Io Sky still holds the gold.
Yeah, that Styles Clash off the middle rope was something sick.
That sounds like I'm going to have to watch SmackDown tomorrow on Hulu.
Oh, maybe you'll get to watch it at 8 o'clock with your niece.
Very gay women's contest here as we go backstage to the wise man, Paul Heyman. Of course, we know
the girls out shopping.
Will determine the next challenger to the Tribal Chief at Royal Rumble. You wonder if Paul Heyman's got to say anything about what happened Monday night.
Well,
The Rock.
Paul Heyman starting right off with The Rock is name dropped Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
How about eating at the head of the table?
The Rock wants to sit at the head of the table.
Mm-hmm.
In order to sit at the head of the table, you must be invited to a dinner of relevancy, and The Rock has not been invited.
I can hear that drawl from over here. he's going off.
For a shortcut to the headline. Eight Taylor Swift, call out Roman Reigns.
Just repeated formula. Mm-hmm. Should have finished it last year.
Yeah. It's not happy.
Whoops, again, puck name drop. After 10 years.
Roman Reigns has a lot of people swimming up to that beach on that island relevancy. He may be in some serious shit here, y'all.
The evolution of Paul Heyman. All 3-man fight for the privilege gets smashed.
Man, this is a hell of a promo by Paul Heyman. You definitely are gonna have to see this back.
It's Paul Heyman, JJ. You and I both know when Paul Heyman speaks, you listen.
Well, absolutely. And Paul Heyman, I have never heard deliver a bad promo.
Nope.
But this is Heyman in rare form. This is Heyman prior to Survivor Series 01. Rare form.
By himself,
This is
backstage.
Heyman at the inaugural one night stand. Rare form. We don't get this Heyman every day.
No, and think about what you said there. That was Paul Heyman, solo, pure and true, backstage by himself. No Caleb Braxton interview setup. No going out to the ring to hear the crowd introduce himself. That was just Paul Heyman introducing the timeline and what has been the bloodline and what has been Roman Reigns' ride. And we are going to see who joins that ride to the Royal Rumble tonight in our main event. But before
first, boy.
Legend somebody yet to be known take on Pretty Deadly next on SmackDown. And speaking of the ride, we of course are going to be along for the ride in the shotgun position or the driver's seat as we head on the road to WrestleMania. And it all starts at the most captivating, mind-blowing, dream-making night of the year where you never know who comes out when the clock hits 0 and you're left astonished with one-of-a-kind moments. It's the start of the road to WrestleMania, folks. We'll be coming here, the Royal Rumble, Saturday, January 27th.
Doth my ears deceive me?
And if
I
you
do
would
believe I heard a
really
watch-along promo.
And if you would really like to get involved in this year's Royal Rumble, go on the Twix to Greg Cherry Brand. Watch the video that he posted regarding interactivity in the Rumble and participate.
Are we full commercial?
We are
on full commercial, yes.
Okay, because I thought I heard Noah talking about a Royal Rumble, and that's a watch-along day, is it not, JJ?
That is a watch-along day.
Yeah.
You know, I think we got more of those than just the Rumble. What do you think?
I think we got a lot more of those than just the Rumble.
Did you all say you got the We Gonna Die schedule planned for me or something like that?
We're just gonna die.
3, 2, 1.
All the wrestling, all the wrestling, all the wrestling, all the wrestling, all the professional wrestling. Damn it! And sports entertainment. But I'm finding sports entertainment more intriguing, including NXT.
There we go.
We literally had, what, 3 shows added to the lineup just this week already?
Yeah, and thank God I didn't redo the trailer yesterday morning after you sent me the first stuff, because then they added the sacrifice, and I was like, you know what? Fuck you, TNA.
Hey, don't say that about TNA. They gotta do their monthly thing.
Hey, I'm not mad, but Jeff knows how frustrated I was getting when something would get announced, like was announced yesterday morning with the Canada stuff. I would then go and update the watch-along trailer, and then later that day or the next day, before we could even run it, something else is announced, and it's like, now I have to go back and re-edit it.
Well, I mean, again, JJ, wrestling waits for no man, so you just got to be prepared for the unexpected. And Sky was prepared for me again tonight as Damage Control comes together to celebrate with still the WWE Women's Champion, Sky.
And to Walter's question and statement here about assuming Sheamus returns here, that's not a fair shout. However, they keep hyping this with the wording of, with the breakup of the Brawling Brutes.
Right.
And Sheamus was the leader of the Brutes. Now, of course, they could just be alluding to Ridge Holland and Butch. Ridge is now on my NXT. Butch is still on the main roster. But I have a strong feeling that based off of the last few times that the Bruiserweight came home to NXT, that this could be the SmackDown debut of the big strong boy, Tyler Bate.
It would make sense, in my opinion. You bring back British Strong Style, but also, here's what also makes sense. Put in your notes, folks. Bayley has officially declared herself for the Royal Rumble, and if I have to guess, JJ, your EST is also about to enter the fray, it seems.
Yep, there she goes.
There she goes again, getting in the Royal Rumble.
What's a qualification match in 2024? I'm just saying. Anyway, it's social media, but the past era, it is what it is. But yes, and again, we'll be covering the Royal Rumble, covering all those events here, folks. And of course, the next Australia event will be next weekend at TNA Hard to Kill. And I'll just go ahead and say it right now, as is tradition. Cindy predicted for TNA Hard to Kill will be Friday next week, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So come join the conversation as we hype up and predict the first pay-per-view of TNA 2024 and kick off the TNA City Predicting League. That's City Predicting TNA Hard to Kill, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time across the Simple Brand and Castle 18 Studios here at the Jeff Meacham Network 1 week from today. And of course,
I'll get to you in the night.
All right, there you go.
And Walter over here in the chat not telling us something that we don't already know.
Right.
Yeah,
I will say this. I would love to join something big, but I will be on my life in the fast lane headed for the Fabulous Forum. So y'all have a wonderful prediction show.
Absolutely. Appreciate you. Thank you. And of course,
have I mentioned I'm stoked yet?
That's not that. Oh, right. Well, anyway, as we continue our way to the Royal Rumble, Pretty Deadly right now has a Brawling Brute to contend with tonight.
And here we go. It's fight night.
Fella.
Tron's still showing Ridge Holland on it. That's interesting.
Yeah, and Ridge Holland, of course, says that he's going to show us the real Ridge Holland in your NXT, not the guy that some reason sees to, with anybody he competes with, injures. So let's see who the Brawling Brute Pete Dunne has. What? Oh, go, baby!
I was right. It's the big strong boy, Tyler Bate.
British Strong Style reunited, and the two defining pillars of NXT UK, the inaugural NXT UK champion and the second ever NXT UK champion, coming together tonight. These two that redefined British Strong Style in Progress Wrestling and on the British wrestling scene before coming to WWE. It's British Strong Style versus Pretty Deadly.
This is totally your NXT UK, Noah.
It absolutely is. What a partner choice for Pete Dunne, the Bruiserweight and the big strong boy. Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate have been literally defining what British Strong Style and British Professional Wrestling can be in and out of WWE for the better part of their entire careers. These two are the finalists in the inaugural NXT UK Championship Tournament. The young working man from Dudley, Tyler Bate, looking to start things off here against the former NXT UK longest reigning tag team champions. Bell raids are underway. Again, Strong Style, a very unique style for those that don't know. Focuses really on bringing the hardest hit you can to your opponent and also enduring what they bring. Nice head scissors lockup here by, I believe that is Kit Wilson.
Yes, I couldn't remember his name for a split second myself. I always remember Elton Prince is the blonde, but I couldn't remember his name for a brief moment.
Yeah, Elton and Wilson. We'll just go with that.
Yes.
Wilson is the brunette.
Looks like Tyler Bate finally graduated from Chase U there. He was kind of hanging around as their guru for a little bit.
Let's be honest. He never was a student. He was their freaking guidance counselor. Cover two. No.
Well, Andre Chase could use all the guidance he could get right now, but I digress.
That's a different conversation for another day.
Beautiful set of maneuvers there by Tyler Bate. Tag to Elton Prince.
Enter Taz right now. Meanwhile, in the corner of the British Strong Style, Pete Dunne with the tag. Tyler Bate up and over Pete Dunne.
Ooh.
Great aerial offense there, and a drop kick followed by Pete Dunne. Armringer right now by the Bruiserweight. Again, if you did not see their match at NXT TakeOver Chicago, redefining the NXT UK Championship when Pete Dunne started his historic 685-day reign as the champion, put in the black and red on the map, you owe yourselves as a fan of WWE or British Strong Style Wrestling to do that, or fan Pete Dunne. And speaking of which, Pete Dunne loves to do a little bit of jumping manipulation, bringing the hand down, and vicious stop.
Might have broken his fingers there. Tag to Tyler Bate.
Well, I don't think neither of these men are done. You see Tyler Bate picking up speed, up and over, but that's hoping
Jesus.
for a speed moonsault stereo combination. What a showing so far by the reunited British Strong Style here on SmackDown. Action rolls on, folks.
As we go to full-on commercial break here, Meacham.
Yeah, of course, they always do that nonsense. Anyway.
NXT UK, NXT UK.
Eddie Shepherd
It's like this is all his NXT UK, and this is
dude.
my NXT.
I love it, man.
Because I had Tyler Bate and Pretty Deadly, not so much Pete Dunne. Pete Dunne wasn't really there when I started watching. He was already on his way out.
Yeah, of course, Pete Dunne lost.
I think I had him for like 2 months tops.
Yeah, if that. Of course, Pete Dunne lost the NXT UK Championship to Walter Talingarolo, who started his incredible reign and took NXT UK all the way, practically to the very end, including enduring a 46-minute bout with big, strong boy Tyler Bate at NXT UK TakeOver Cardiff, one of my favorite matches in WWE history. Anyway, I got full commercial now. Fuck commercial.
I was going to say, while we're on commercial, we have a for the party tomorrow as well, JJ. So me going as the wise man is now out. Dylan going as either Cody or Solo is out.
Damn.
We are instead pairing up, he and I, to be the WrestleMania main event exiting undisputed tag team champions. Steen Erico.
Going to be Sammy.
Well, Sammy and Kevin. Yeah. I
figure you're going to be Kevin.
If anybody else tells Kevin Steen, I am dressing as him for a birthday party, I will end your existence.
I mean, I know you're the ginger.
Yes, but I had no hair.
No disrespect. You have the size for KO.
I had the size for KO. This is fair. And it's one of those.
I figure if he's Generico, I can bring my mask for him to wear.
Well, we're going as Sammy and Kevin, but if we deviate a little bit into the Steen Erico era, we'll definitely ask you, because the coat did not get brought over because we all didn't make the stop we were supposed to make, so it kind of was what it was.
That's why.
So now that can change in the next couple hours. This is a teenage birthday party. It is what it is.
At the end of the day, as long as Natalie is extremely entertained and satisfied with her birthday, that's what matters of the day. And on behalf of the Multiverse of Media, I know we all wish Natalie the happiest and joyous, most entertaining birthdays. Enjoy yourself, young fan. We are back here on Friday Night SmackDown. Big, strong boy Tyler Bate making his SmackDown debut alongside Butch, British Strong Style, taking on Pretty Deadly in tag team action here. And it looks like during the commercial break moments ago, Pretty Deadly was able to capitalize and take advantage here, as Pete Dunne had a submission to hold and got clubbed.
Yes. JJ, go ahead before I go off. You were going to say something.
I'm going to say it is my intention to try to have her pop in at least for the introduction of Open Mic Night tomorrow, so everybody can wish her a happy birthday.
All right.
And I will try to have pictures of all the guests dressed as their wrestlers for air on the show as well.
Yes. Duct tape on shirts will be a thing. I'll probably just wear my duct tape KO shirt on the air and might as well not change if we're being honest.
Looking forward to Natalie bringing her pre-show coverage and knowledge and prediction spots as well during our Royal Rumble kickoff show too, JJ. We'll see how well she does this year. As far as I'm concerned, she's officially part of the City Predicting League with her passion and wherewithal, and I love seeing it. Actually, right now, the Tyler Bate up and around, beautiful Terrace takedown.
Huge head scissors there.
Effortless by the big, strong boy, the working man from Dudley. Oh! Unique escape into the knee strike. Follows up with the uppercut. Out of the corner. Taking on Pretty Deadly 2-on-1. Beautiful exploder. And a
And then
kip
the
up.
kip up, effortless kip up there.
Running shooting star.
This is what you guys missed by not giving my NXT a chance. Thank you very much.
And you see the
Helicopter
airplane
spin by the big strong boy onto Kit Wilson.
This is what they missed, not giving NXT UK a chance.
That's fair, but they were on my NXT more recently than they were on UK. So
and he's still going right now. He is still going. Tyler Bate is not slowing down. Oh, man.
Shades of Cesaro with his swing there.
Tag now to Butch, and Butch looking for something big out of the corner. Oof, double team offense.
I mean what I said and said what I mean, Mansfield.
Clothesline, German suplex combination, covered by Pete Dunne and broken up by Elton Prince.
You want to produce and direct, you can pay me to be on the air, Mansfield.
Oh, God. Nasty backhand there by Tyler Bate. Once again, Butch and Tyler Bate up on the apron, opposite corners here. Bate plus eats a thrust kick. And Elton Prince right now looking to take advantage behind the ref's back, pushes Pete Dunne off the ropes. Meanwhile, roll up by Kip Wilson has the tight stance.
No.
A near fall.
Kip Wilson almost stole it there.
Butch once again, though, back to their hands. Pete Dunne saying, make a wish. Blind tap at Tyler Bate. God, snap the digits. And watch out, bop and bang. Good night. What's this? Whoa. Double Tyler driver. Tyler Bate with the win.
And one can only assume, Noah, with these two being successful here on the blue brand on Friday Night SmackDown, that Tyler Bate may now be a full-fledged member of the blue brand.
I'll say yes, boy, to that, because if you ask me, that's one hell of a tag team to deal with. Let's take a replay here, down the stretch. Bob and bang! Knocked Elton Prince back to that yellow brick road. Meanwhile, double underhook. The Evolution, the Tyler driver, 97, and Tyler Bate with the win tonight alongside British Strong Style running mate Pete Dunne. Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne getting the win tonight at New Year's Revolution on SmackDown.
And Butch back to some winning ways here. You know, he's been in a huge slump on the blue brand here for a while.
Well, you ask Pete Dunne, he still just shrugs it off. Meanwhile, as we look back at the retrospective of AJ Styles and Randy Orton, let's look back at 2023 at the rise of the megastar, with everybody saying L.A. Knight.
Yeah.
As we saw, JJ, L.A. Knight literally broke through in the people's eyes throughout all of 2023. He became the people's choice, the people's voice. He became Fox Sports
champion.
Exactly. Fox Sports 2023 voted 2023 Breakout Star of the Year. Crown Jewel was his biggest moment and biggest crowning opportunity as he main evented that night against the tribal chief Roman Reigns. It was a blunt force trauma that looked like we were going to usher in a new champion, but Jimmy Uso saved Roman Reigns once again. And LA Knight was not going to keep that, was not going to take that standing down. Now he's got a huge opportunity to once again go after that crown. But this time he has to overcome the guy whose spot he took and a guy who literally would do anything it takes to get to that spot. All three men are here with the same motivation, the same opportunity on the line, the same mission. But will it go to Randy Orton, AJ Styles, or LA Knight? That is to be determined. Still to come in our triple threat main event. And it is up next, folks. One of these three men has a date with destiny at the head of the table against the tribal chief Roman Reigns, as the winner will earn an undisputed Universal Championship match at the Royal Rumble. It is AJ Styles, Randy Orton, and LA Knight coming up next on SmackDown New Year's Revolution.
And we're on full commercial.
Once again.
It occurred to me when you were giving the plug for Friday that Wednesday I ended up going out, as you guys know, and went to the club we always go to, the restaurant and Borders in LA. And for the second time that I've done this, I ordered the full mac and cheese, box it up, had them put it in the fridge, and forgot to bring it home again. That's a $17 plate I barely ate half of. I'm more than half mad at myself. That's pretty pissy.
Damn.
Okay.
Yeah, very much so.
Bum, 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 bum.
Because the menu says best mac and cheese.
Damn.
No, I've had mac and cheese out a lot. Love me the mac and cheese out having out food. It is not a false advertisement. Add a little bacon to that. They got to drag me out of that place more often than not. But that's not the second time because I was this Wednesday I was tired, number one, distracted with group drama number 2 and 3, trying to get my happy ass home in time to relieve these two poor bastards, him and James off Wrestle Kingdom.
Relieve James anyway.
Relieve James, yes. Yeah, hell, when I got home, the show picked up exponentially with the last half of the show. So, not because James's call was bad, just because the quality of the matches was just by God believable in that second half. Holy shit!
Well, of course, I mean, you
such a
figure
great
that
night.
the card is going to move. No disrespect, don't take this the wrong way, Noah, but from weakest to best.
Well, yeah, New Japan always lays out
going through, and James had to be there through the slower
to mid.
I guess would be the word. I don't know. I haven't watched it, but the better matches are going to be saved for the end.
Yeah,
I
lower
would
to
say,
mid card.
I would say undercard, and I completely agree. Okay. I mean, when I freaking built everything I could inside of me to pull myself together for the Network Championship match, it was just full throttle. And the never title match, I unleashed something in me that I haven't unleashed within me in a long time when it came to Tama Tonga and Shigeru Takagi beating the living shit out of each other for the baddest motherfucking title. So you're not wrong, JJ. I agree 100%. And it is, and I feel like a lot of pay-per-views are like that for a reason, because you want to constantly drive the audience forward. You don't want to hit a peak and then try and bring them up again. And I think Wrestle Kingdom did that rather smoothly.
Yeah, I like that New Japan lays out their card. This is what we're doing first. It's like they give the fans the run sheet, which is great.
Yeah.
And there's no like cool down matches like we talked about on Monday, man. Those poor girls had to follow The Rock and proceed the world title match. They were WrestleMania 18 doomed.
Mm-hmm.
And that Rock segment went way longer than it should have been. I'm being perfectly honest here.
Well, I think part of it was not that the Rock segment went long. I think it was that the gender segment went long.
Yeah, that's fair.
I think the gender part went long because of something else earlier in the night.
Yeah, because Jinder got 5 minutes. He barely needed 2, if we're being real. Like, honestly.
Agree. You're not.
He didn't need that full 5 minutes to get everybody ramped up. It was
the Kofi thing.
Yes.
The Kofi and Jay versus
Imperium because of the injury. Yeah.
Because of the injury. Knocked out. They had to give Jinder more time to stretch it.
Yeah. Well,
that's why it felt like that took so long.
Well, they should have given that time to those women, regardless of the spot, because that was just messed up.
Well, okay.
But hindsight 2020. I'm not the guy with the pen.
If you give that time to the women, they're still trying to follow The Rock.
That's fair.
It doesn't matter, unless you put them on before The Rock, they're swimming upstream. And they're swimming upstream in a tidal wave.
Yeah. Tidal wave. Rock covering all media platforms, as you can see here. Rock making headlines. Of course, it's the freaking Rock.
Yep. Even the world champion and Drew McIntyre had to swim up creek, man. They were struggling too. They had a great match, but they were predestined to have to struggle. It was just the nature of the beast, unfortunately.
And I do wonder if Drew McIntyre now will look at himself and blame himself for the fact that he was unable to capture the Heavyweight Championship.
I don't think that there's really anybody you could have put in that spot that would have been able to succeed.
No.
Even if you had had CM Punk come out, Hulk Hogan makes a special appearance. Like, you're still following The Rock.
Yeah. Oh,
we got Ashanti the Adonis in Nick Aldis's dressing room right now, his office.
I forgot he existed.
Yeah, I was speculating about that the former champion may have been Hogan before I saw that The Rock was in Pasadena. Apparently, they've got a full 40th anniversary thing for Hogan planned at the end of this month. So I'm like, oh, gee, what am I wearing the last week of January on the network?
Probably for the 31st anniversary of Raw.
I'm about to say,
I mean,
we're approaching
there
the
you go.
31st
Probably
anniversary of Raw.
time it at the same time.
Figure January 23rd is a Tuesday, so we'll be between Raw and the Great Cherry Rumbles draw show. So
looks like next week we're getting Bianca Belair taking on Bailey.
Pay-per-view rivalry ahead of the Royal Rumble, and also next week, JJ on SmackDown. It looks like we're also going to get Karen Grimes taking on Grayson Waller.
nice.
Maybe Karen Grimes can finally find some fuel on that launching pad.
Getting Cameron a little TV. I like that.
We're getting a battle of your NXT women versus my NXT men.
Yes.
Ironically.
And then we've also got Joaquin Wilde and Cruz del Toro taking on Angel and Humberto.
Ooh,
The
that's
LWO,
going to be
the
a
God
good
of
solid
Fantasma-
tag.
The God of Phantasma War coming ahead. But before all
But
that, it's
now
time for
it's
tonight.
time to get phenomenal.
Because JJ, it's time for tonight's main event on the first SmackDown of the new year, New Year's Revolution.
Jay, I don't remember when you stopped watching TNA, so forgive me in advance, but they put up a one of those long timeline threads they do often on Impact Wrestling.
Yep.
The history of the Lone Wolf of AJ Styles
I saw
during the
that.
Aces and Eights stuff. I watched that. I'm like, I had forgotten how, because people are like, oh, it's Sting and NWO. It's like, no, it is so much more layered than that. It was so underrated and so underappreciated because it was during the Hogan and Aces and Eights era.
Yeah.
That was such a good story they told with that. I was like, all right, TNA, you done good there.
It was a tail end to a rather oddball story that worked out with AJ Styles being the finishing phenomenal note it needed.
Yeah, and it was cool to see that it really started with the final dig at AJ from Frankie and Chris. By the way, condolences out to Frankie Kazarian and Gutter Candy and the family and friends of his first name is Rick, but I'm going to give the stage name Stin Balls. Forgive me, Lord. The drummer of Gutter Candy just all of a sudden passed away recently. One of the original members of the band. Frankie has announced that they are canceling their show on January 11th, the lead into Hard to Kill in Vegas. I think Frankie's still competing on Saturday next week, but I have not talked to him since the post went up today, so I don't know.
I know that right now he's not been booked for a match yet. Oh wait, no.
Yes, he's on
zero.
the show.
Yeah.
Him and Eli against Eddie and
Brian, I think. I have to double check.
I think so. Yeah, Brian Myers. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
So he is booked. I'm sure Frankie won't miss a commitment for TNA, but the band can't cancel their commitment because one of the band members is gone. So I'm sure he'll be there on Saturday. But yeah, I just want to make sure I got that out there. Condolences to Frankie and God bless that man's family. Oh my goodness, it was so sad. Oh.
Yeah, about to say again, there's just unexpected occurrence that happens that you just don't know how to really cope with, but you gotta figure out how to cope with.
That's the nature of life. You know, Walter makes a great point here, but I'm going to offer a counter, if I may. Yes, AJ getting the championship shot at the Rumble after debuting the Rumble. Think about where he was a year after his debut. 2016, he debuts in the Rumble. 2017, he's in that unbelievable match with John for the championship.
Yep.
That's a hell of a first year, if you ask me.
Absolutely.
One of my favorite matches ever, John Cena, AJ Styles, SummerSlam, and the Royal Rumble. The Royal Rumble literally being a match only contested within the ring itself. And I think that's a very interesting note that people forget about when it truly came down to who was better inside those four ropes. That's what makes me a fan of professional wrestling, damn it. That's professional wrestling.
It was just so sad because they had such an unbelievably great match. And even the Chamber, which is usually a cluster anyway, and Bray winning, great moment. The WrestleMania blow off with this stupid LED match. It was,
And of course,
man,
all members of Castlevania Studios can look forward to my reaction of that and more as we give you a journey to 40 on our way to WrestleMania 40. So become a member today and be a part of that journey as we buckle up on the road to WrestleMania that, of course, starts this year at the Royal Rumble. And for all of you, you can start all the way at WrestleMania 1 through 42. As, of course, we will cover every WrestleMania, members only exclusive, the road, the journey to 40, as we cover every WrestleMania that has been shown. It all starts Friday, February 23, with the Garden, WrestleMania 1, as part of our retro Watch Along Events library, exclusively to members of Cast Aging Studios.
Jeff had to do math. Jeff didn't have fun.
Yeah.
Count back from 40, double nights on.
I like math, and also, it's crazy to think about how much content there is when you figure about we're going into WrestleMania 40 this year, from the city of brotherly love and a city rich in history in its own right. Philly.
But again, though, to my point I made during Wrestle Kingdom, everything other than the AW pay-per-views under 45 a month.
Yeah,
everything.
Well, everything's on the line tonight for a chance to Tribal Chief, Randy Orton, AJ Styles, LA Knight, Triple Threat, Number Contenders match. Next, our main event, moments away on Friday Night SmackDown.
Yeah. I did buy Hard to Kill, so I'll have my own feed. That way you guys don't have to worry about trying to having me sponge off somebody else. That way I can actually do my own focus. So we are good to go for next Saturday, kids.
Woohoo. That means I can watch off of Noah's feed.
There you go. See? Got you.
Yeah, because Fight TV allows you to do that. But the other services that are being exclusive, trying to be smart now and be like, you can only watch on one device. Yeah. Anyway.
I don't, but it's funny. Yeah, they've cut it down. It's funny. I was going to subscribe to Max again because I guess Big G canceled his or paused or whatever. The basic one, you only get two parties. And if you want 4, you got to pay a little more. But if you want to have 4 and be able to have like no interruptions, it's like paying for an AW review a month. I'm like, I like the Max content and all, but unless they put the AW pay-per-views on that platform, I'm good. I will go out. JJ's hearing this, so it will be documented. I'll go out and buy the Gotham DVDs before I pay that much a month for freaking Max. Like, I'm sorry. That's crazy.
The end needs to justify the means, and sometimes the service just doesn't do that. So
the good part is, I guess Paramount either lost the rights to hold the Star Trek movies. We saw the TV series on Paramount Plus, but not the movies. It's like DVD collection, my friend. I got all of them. I'm good to go.
Same.
Yeah,
I've got all of them, and I've got the digital copies.
Exactly.
That's a bit overkill, but if nothing else, you preserve it in the library, I guess.
But again, you have the hard copies; they just come digital copies. That way, if you have, like I had, and I'm so mad now. I'm gonna have to try to get the Halloween movies on digital copy, the whole of them, because I had that flood happen. I lost like half of that series because of that stupid flood, and my Freddy movies, and my Jason movies, and my Chucky movies.
Yeah, more often than not these days, Noah, when you buy a movie in the store, and I know you're not a movie guy, so this is like, man, to you, but more often than not, when you buy a hard copy in the stores, which is freaking like a wild goose chase as it is to find physical copies in stores, you usually get the DVD, Blu-ray, and a digital copy, or the Blu-ray and a digital copy.
Huh.
So you get both. You at least get the two,
yes,
at the same time. And so you go, and there's an app called Voodoo where you enter the digital code.
Okay.
And then you have that forever.
Okay.
I actually am not a Trekkie.
I was going to say,
I am a Star Wars guy. I am a proprietor of the Force.
Yeah, I am the Trekkie. I've been watching Star Trek since I was a toddler, like a tot running around. I became a Star Wars fan with these special edition releases, which again, depend on how big a fan of them is. It's either the greatest thing in the world or they're no, Mr. Lucas. And George was like, dude, this is what I wanted to do. Y'all chill.
That's accurate, Walter. Talking about movies with Noah is like talking about sports around Aaron.
Yes. I will say the main choice of hero weaponry, I agree with this. Because the lightsabers are badass, especially the ones you can build in the parks. I love the lightsabers.
Continued. The match is underway.
Yes.
We've got LA Knight chopping AJ Styles. Randy Orton out taking control.
They didn't waste no time here. The bell must have run during the commercial break, or somebody went on the attack. Of course, we saw the Return of AJ Styles ushered in with a knockout shot to LA Knight. Again, AJ Styles was taken out and missed out on the opportunity to challenge the Tribal Chief when LA Knight was able to take that spot, tag alongside John Cena at Fastlane, and go on to face Reigns and Crown Jewel. And there you see the SmackDown GM at ringside watching on this match, Nick Aldis, making sure that this is a clean contest despite the fast triple threat. I would say there's no disqualification.
Got Charles Robinson as the referee, and to your point, Nick Aldis at ringside. Because could it be to make sure that this is a clean contest, or is it to make sure that Roman Reigns and his bloodline doesn't try to interfere and dictate the winner?
Well, you did see that sit down with Nick Aldis and Roman Reigns. They Styles up over the outside, reminding Roman Reigns, "You may be the champion, but I'm in charge here." And Roman Reigns just kind of shrugged that off. Nick Aldis is not afraid to display the power of authority that he has, even at the ire of the Tribal Chief, Roman Reigns. But then again, the last time he welcomed a superstar, basically, and exercised his authority, he got RKO'd for his trouble and charged that superstar a fine, and that superstar only gave him a $100 check. So, I mean, he even said that's for next time even. LA Knight right now just dribbling Randy Orton off the announce table, and AJ Styles right now being dribbled off the announce table as LA Knight taking control here in this match. And the crowd chants, "Yeah." Good grief.
Not surprised.
Oh, Randy Orton hooks another back drop into the table, and the table does not break. Never take your eye off the prize and never think you are in a safe spot, especially around the Viper tonight. Now, Randy Orton taking it to Styles up onto the announce table as well. And again, the table, no give. I don't think Randy's done yet with that table, JJ.
Definitely not.
Randy Orton hoisting LA Knight up. Back drop again. LA Knight, AJ Styles, and the World of Hurt as the Viper takes control here in a triple threat main event. Number one contendership match determined who faces Roman Reigns for the WWE Undisputed Universal Championship at the Royal Rumble. AJ Styles hoisted up again. AJ Styles gets out the back door though. AJ hoisting up Randy Orton. Oh, and Randy Clown, they announced him on that plywood piece particularly. All three men have been driven spine first for the announce table as Nick Aldis watches on, seeing what all three men are willing to do and willing to go through. Oh, for a chance to challenge Roman Reigns for the title. The opportunity of a lifetime awaits at the start of the road to WrestleMania. It is Styles, of course, a two-time WWE champion, has not held that title since 2018, when his last run was for 371 days.
Just over a year.
Yeah, I know, right? AJ Styles out there, and man.
Looking for that phenomenal forearm, but Randy Orton had it scouted there.
Yeah, great scouting. And of course, everyone remembers the last time AJ Styles and Randy Orton had a key one-on-one. It was WrestleMania 35, where the phenomenal one got the better of the Viper that night. Randy Orton
fans in attendance still won't remember that. They're still stuck at the train station.
Yeah, right. They're still friggin' stuck on their waiting their ticket. Uh-oh.
Randy Orton has AJ set up for that elevated DDT signature Randy Orton here.
Oh, boy. Drops
him with it.
Made him think about it for a long time. All you can do is think until he drops you face first. Randy Orton, a 14-time champion. Last time he and AJ were in the ring together, he beat AJ Styles on Raw in 2021. Those two had fallout at the Royal Rumble, though, in 2022.
Randy's feeling it.
And Randy might be hearing voices in his head. He might be going to that place.
The Viper is coiled, ready to strike.
And LA Knight pulls the Viper to the outside and drives Randy Orton into the steel ring steps.
Grabbed the Viper by the tail, so to speak, as he grabbed the legs there and pulled him out of the ring.
LA Knight right now just trying to get wits about him here. LA Knight with a pinnacle moment. Oh, and just Styles flies in, though. Wipes LA Knight, though. Styles, Knight, Orton, all wiped on the outside. Who can capitalize here? Main event contest. Championship hangs in the balance on SmackDown.
And we're back on commercial, Jeff.
Yeah,
Walter, to your question here, you know what? Again, it was going to be hard to top Wrestle Kingdom coming off of a huge kickoff pay-per-view like that.
Yeah.
But honestly, as far as the television content that I've seen this week, Raw, NXT, Dynamite, and now this, it's holding up there. For only 4 matches, at the end of the day, again, commercials be damned, they are what they are. It's television.
I
The
know.
pace has flowed.
Yeah.
There hasn't really been a drag or a lull in anything. Everything has just kind of moved. And considering it's a quarter till the end of the show, you don't feel like the show should be over yet with the way everything's going. I think they've done really well with this one. Noah?
Look, I call myself a fan of professional wrestling, damn it. And I always take sports entertainment with a grain of salt. But I will say that every player this week have been hitting all the right spots here. It's been a very good launching pad for the industry. And this SmackDown particularly, as I've always been more of a fan of the blue brand versus the red brand, because I recognize blue as the wrestling show, red being the entertaining show. All the matches have been very much spots on point tonight, very paced out, despite the fact that, again, television fucking sucks. Again, I'm not one to rank. I'm not one to be like the greater inequality, dumb shit you find on social media. I'm not one to, chastise or verbalize or bias, standardize. All I'll say is this week has been a great start in general, simply for the industry. And at the end of the day, pay-per-views for me will always be the bigger hype and takeaway than TV shows.
Of course.
But overall, this week still has been very well put together. And I look forward to closing it out tomorrow night with Collision.
Honestly, if a television show outperformed a pay-per-view, there's a problem.
I agree.
There's a problem.
And it's not about the pay-per-view within the same company. I'm just talking about pay-per-view in general. If there is a pay-per-view from the industry and there's a TV show from the industry that outperforms that pay-per-view, no matter what companies those pay-per-views and those TV shows represent, then you got an issue. Because as far as I'm concerned, you can try and make TV pay-per-view level all you want, but the pay-per-view at the end of the day has got to be where the big bucks come from. And we are back here Friday Night SmackDown triple threat match. Winner earns a championship match at the Royal Rumble against the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns for the undisputed W Universal Championship. AJ Styles, Randy Orton, and LA Knight.
Yeah.
AJ Styles with a follow up here. Sliding forearm flies in LA Knight's face. Of course, we saw LA Knight make a phenomenal return after being taken out by the Bloodline and exercising his anger against LA Knight, because LA Knight took the opportunities that were for him away from him. Orton's been neutralized for the time being, though. LA Knight, former $1 Million champion back in 2021, of course, the previous challenger to the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns last year in the main event of Crown Jewel.
AJ driving Orton in the forehead, keeping him on the outside because he feels he can dominate LA Knight on the one-on-one contest.
Well, again, you look at the track record of history, accolades, experience, milestones. All three of these men have exemplified. I would argue that Randy Orton has the strongest WWE career resume, but AJ Styles got the strongest worldwide resume.
That's fair. And LA Knight still trying to make a name. I mean, aside from the Impact title, has he been a world champion?
Robert? No. To your point, I think he was a champion maybe in like a previous company besides Impact Wrestling, but I would have to look at the track record there. And of course, in the WWE, though, there's always that MO. It's not about what you did previously. It's about what you've done lately. And again, AJ Styles and Randy Orton, they've been to the top multiple times. LA Knight has yet to get there. Knight shot by AJ Styles to Randy Orton on the outside and driving the Viper into that LED barricade. Of course, Randy Orton came back after a sustained injury back in 2022 and came back last year at War Games. Last time Randy Orton faced Roman Reigns one-on-one was 2014, and it was one via disqualification. Of course, Randy Orton was one of the biggest launching pads to Roman Reigns during his book-to-death era after Roman Reigns beat the Viper at SummerSlam. AJ Styles right now isolating LA Knight once again, drives his shoulder up and over, brings him back inside the ring, looking for the sit down. The LA Knight, the hook above legs, and nearly claims the shot. Out at 2. AJ Styles, nobody took like his own jawbreaker there by LA Knight, Randy Orton. Hanging AJ Styles
Another
across
one.
the top rope. A little bit of impromptu assist on the outside there by Randy Orton as LA Knight squares off against AJ Styles with the jabs. Yeah. And LA Knight again, the people's choice, as you said earlier, Fox Sports choice for breakout star of the year. Really broke out on the scene, endorsed by the likes of John Cena even in 2023.
Now LA Knight opening up here on Randy Orton, just like he had done to AJ Styles, Irish whip.
Let's see who gets the better of this exchange here. LA Knight, though, with the standing switch. Russian leg sweep. Takes down the Viper. And LA Knight.
Knight.
Yeah. Follows up with a knee shot. Side of the head to AJ Styles. And again, Knight believes that right now he should be champion. Big back body drop. If it wasn't for Jimmy Uso, I very well would say that LA Knight should be the champion right now.
Those short clotheslines from Orton, duck, power slam,
What?
got 3 moves.
Oh, that power slam, that snap, beautiful scoop power slam by the Viper.
Another one to AJ Styles.
Lightning quick reflexes by Randy Orton, taking the better of both of his opponents here.
Orton slithering into position, stalking his prey.
And I think he says sights on LA Knight. Okay, LA Knight cover. But for
BFT,
the cover, the 2, and AJ prevents the 3, grabbing Charles Robinson's arm.
Interesting move there, going after the referee instead of the competitors.
Again, there's no disqualification, and that still stops the decision. AJ Styles doing whatever he can to stay alive in this match. You see the eyes of LA Knight raging tonight, what AJ Styles just did, as AJ and LA squared off tonight. I'm not sure who's going to get the better of this exchange, though. Again, AJ Styles with the first shot, jacked LA Knight's jaw on his return. AJ Styles right now with a phenomenal fury. Whoa, ducks underneath the spinning back fist, though. Gets the midsection, rising knee strap. LA Knight falls on the close on AJ, ducks underneath. Pele kick, though, connects. And for the time being, Randy Orton has been neutralized. LA Knight down. AJ Styles with a chance here against our main event, Friday Night SmackDown, New Year's Revolution. Number 1 contendership triple threat match for the WWE Undisputed Universal Championship at Royal Rumble against the Tribal Chief, Roman Reigns. AJ Styles with a bat breaker to LA Knight. All 3 of these men looking to start the new year with the greatest chance possible at the start of the road to WrestleMania to become the headliner. What is AJ looking for here off the top rope? 450 splash! Cover! 2! No!
Thought he was going to set up for the phenomenal forearm there, but he surprised me with the springboard 450. Look at this again, Noah.
The full closing rotation and the hyperextension of the body for full-on impact, crushing LA Knight, but only for a 2 count. And LA Knight busted a hard way. LA Knight must have caught part of AJ Styles' either elbow or his knee off that 450 splash. LA Knight's still alive in this contest, but I would say barely. Again, the Viper right now nowhere to be seen, as this has right now been put into a one-on-one match. You see the anger, the fury, the eyes to the start of the Phenomenal One. Looking to finish, feints here. Looking for a Styles clash. Can he hoist LA Knight up, though? LA Knight standing to the outside. Meanwhile, Randy Orton, though, pushes AJ Styles into the corner. Again, these two have a brewing rivalry going all the way back to WrestleMania 35. Oof, and a forearm smash. And meanwhile, you asked for it earlier. AJ Styles might be looking for it here. Randy Orton in position. The springboard, phenomenal. RKO!
Out of nowhere.
Are you kidding me? The cover of the near leg. No, LA Knight pulls the referee to the outside. Fair play earlier to what AJ Styles did to LA Knight. LA Knight preventing Randy Orton from capitalizing and punching his ticket to Royal Rumble. And it's perfectly legal here. There's no disqualification. Who's going to capitalize here? Who's gonna? Oh no. Uh-oh.
Ladies and gentlemen, the head of the table is making his presence felt for the inaugural SmackDown of 2024. Acknowledge your tribal chief as the bloodline makes their way to the ring.
We do not need these party crashers here tonight. Oh boy. So let's call it Jimmy Uso, Roman Reigns, Wiseman, Paul Heyman. The bloodline has arrived tonight on Friday Night SmackDown.
So
And they do what they want when they want.
Takes down LA Knight.
Oh boy. Well, here we go. I knew that this was going to happen at some point. Of course, Roman Reigns can't let a freaking challenger be defined fair and square. This is just nothing but an absolute mugging. As all three of these men have all three of these men have literally been bowing as if their lives depend on it for this opportunity.
Noah, I think this is going to lead to a fatal four-way.
Yeah, I think you're right. So it's called though with the steel ring steps in hand. Oh, this could be devastating. Randy Orton
right into Orton's head.
Jimmy right now tearing the apart ringside. Yeah, it looks like Reigns jaw-jacking Nick Aldis. I gotta imagine what Nick Aldis is thinking right now. Solo and Jimmy right now playing damage control while Roman Reigns is isolated with AJ Styles. As the friggin' bloodline, like vultures in the night, preying upon the carcasses of this incredible triple threat main event. And now Jose Styles up. Oh, Lord. Wow, God, power bomb.
Huge power bomb. Nick Aldis now. You can see him taking everything on, intently watching. Roman throws AJ out of the ring.
Well, it's not like Roman Reigns can do anything on his own. Let's be honest here. For the better part of the last year and a half, I don't give a damn why pissed off. It's the Bloodline who's been champions, not him.
LA Knight back in the ring, staggering to his feet. Roman's got his fist locked and loaded, looking for the Superman punch.
Oh boy, LA Knight coming off.
Connects.
LA Knight clocked with that fist. And Roman Reigns right now picking up speed. Spam through LA Knight. Good grief. Can we get some type of security out here? Nick Aldis, reestablish some control in your own damn show.
AJ Styles has been decimated. LA Knight taken out with a Superman punch and a spear. And now Jimmy Uso throwing Randy Orton back into the ring, feeding him to the tribal chief for dinner at the head of the table.
This is bullshit. This was a phenomenal triple threat match, and we still don't know who's going to challenge Roman Reigns at the Royal Rumble. This freaking idiot, this desperate coward of a fool, this desperate man to hold on to his crown any way he can, neutralizing the fail with a spear and Samoan spot to Randy Orton before somebody could literally be defined to challenge him. Coward. Desperate coward. That's all I see here. I don't see a tribal chief. I don't see a big man. I see a desperate man who's doing anything possible to hold on to what's been handed to him. Hey, hold on here. What's Nick Aldis doing with Paul?
Hey, they say desperate times call for desperate measures, Noah.
Uh-oh.
And Nick Aldis telling Paul Heyman to tell him congratulations. He's just earned himself a fatal four-way match against all three of these gentlemen at the Royal Rumble.
As New Year's Revolution concludes, Roman Reigns finds himself in a fatal four-way very soon at the Royal Rumble. For the Regular Wrestling JJ Williams, I'm the Seminole Foster. Thank you for tuning into our coverage of Friday Night SmackDown.
Thank you very much for the $5 super chat, Walter. Ding, ding, ding. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. They should do a fatal four-way elimination style, not just first person to the fall. That way, with the Rumble, everyone has to be eliminated.
I completely agree about that because it'll be easy for Roman Reigns and his fucking bloodline to get involved and try and neutralize everybody. So, yeah, I completely agree.
The fucking bloodline, my goodness.
I know, right? Such foul language out of our Noah.
Ain't got to get hot about it.
People know where I stand when it comes to the bloodline of Roman Reigns. I've stand by my freaking platform since the end of WrestleMania 39, and I still feel I'm right in my stance. Anyway.
Well, I know where we stand as far as the U.S. Heavyweight Championship match at the Royal Rumble because as of .com, it is official.
There you go. Logan Paul and Kevin Owens, United States Championship.
You know what else is official?
What?
I'll tell you what's official, JJ. I'll tell you both. Just come back and I'll tell you both at the same time.
What?
Our next watch along.
Ah, yes. Hard to Kill. Saturday, January 13th. And of course, that is also the introduction of the TNA Plus service, as of course the Zero would take place exclusively through there. And you could also watch the Hard to Kill pay-per-view for either Fight TV, as you've been used to, or through the TNA Plus subscription service.
And by the way, speaking of fans on Fight, I've been notified and did confirm. If you bought NWA pay-per-views on Fight, you may want to go talk to Fight because they're gone.
Damn.
Yeah, I'm a little pissed. Not gonna lie. After Hard to Kill, of course, if I may, as we have said numerous times, we are indeed going to freaking die.
Yes.
Yes. Royal
Zoom in
Rumble,
here.
Vengeance Day, TNA No Surrender, WWE Elimination Chamber in the middle of the night, Eastern Standard Time, I'd say.
Right.
I have a feeling we're going to just have to wait on that one because I don't know if we're going to be able to do a 2 a.m. call start time.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, okay. Logistics at residence is what we're talking about in JJ's case.
Yeah.
Noah.
I know
I'm
you
playing
can
with you.
do it, Noah. I
Yeah.
know you can do it, Noah.
Yeah.
I can't logistically, and
I know. I'm
considering
messing
that
with
this is a sports entertainment pay-per-view,
Yeah.
say if it was AEW or Impact,
or NJPW,
there'd be no,
Ring of Honor,
there'd be
a
no
different
problem
story.
there. Yes.
That's damn right. Yeah.
So what we may need to do is push that to where it's a 9 a.m. Pacific, noon Eastern start time.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, the
Anyway.
show will be over. It'll already have happened, but let's be real. How many people are going to be staying up at 2 a.m. to watch a WWE PLE?
Keyword
Most of us are
WWE.
going to go memes and watch
Yeah.
it when we wake up.
Keyword
Yes.
WWE. I'm going to guess not a lot.
Yes. But then AEW Revolution. TNA announcing today's sacrifice, making his work
Yay.
even more. Oh, by the way, NWA Hard Times is going to be a CW special episode of NWA Power. Do we add?
Depends on the date. I mean, as long as nothing else. is confirmed.
Friday night, March 2nd. Oh, excuse me.
It would be Saturday the 2nd.
Saturday, March 2nd. My birthday's the 1st. I got confused. Yeah. So the 2nd is a Saturday night. So it would probably be a pre-open mic night scenario. We'll talk about it.
Yeah, we'll talk about it later. We got time.
Yeah, March 8th. Hall of Fame, of course, WrestleMania week. Hall of Fame, Stand Deliver, WrestleMania both nights, Raw after Mania, Backlash, talking about Star Wars earlier, May the 4th. NXT Heatwave and Money in the Bank both added this week, as we talked about. And, of course, AEW All In London 2 and Bash in Berlin. So, again, all the wrestling, all the damn wrestling.
And you know there's going to be more stuff added between. I already know WrestleMania weekend's going to freaking kill us. And then, of course, AEW has their period that started all in their company. So you know there's going to be more stuff added.
Yes. So we have a ton of stuff in store for you guys. But that's all later. Coming up, of course, tomorrow is open mic night, hosted by this man tomorrow night, because next Saturday, of course, is our anniversary show, hosted by the Simple Man Noah Foster. 2 years of open mic night, immediately following Hard to Kill. We got so much shit going on. I love it.
Absolutely.
Good times, kids. Good times.
It's going to be a good show tomorrow. Got a lot of interesting stuff to discuss.
Yes, and of course, we'll be singing the praises of our birthday girl here in Casa de Cubo. And we'll be doing the things tomorrow, but we want to, again, wish everybody at home a very happy new year. If you've been watching with us all week, we appreciate that, especially.
Yeah.
We all got to smell what The Rock was cooking this week. We got to see NXT take us all the way straight to evil, and we got to see SmackDown do their thing as they do on Friday nights. And of course, we had the magnificence that was Roll the Kingdom. Thank you for all of that this week. As much as we're going to scale back on the watch-alongs next week, we still go and die with all the shit we got going on, including the return, the First Dads episode of 2024, as the Renegade and I lead into Hard to Kill with our choices, and it will be a separate list for the first time in a long time. The top 10 stars of the era of TNA, 2002 to roughly 2016, depending on when Bruce Pritchard made that big announcement. I forget. It's been a minute, kids. So
just to make it easy, we'll say 2015.
The numbers.
Yes.
So there won't be no Josh Alexanders. There won't be Joe Hendry. There won't be Steve Macklin or any of these guys. It's going to be your AJ Styleses, your Abysses, your AMWs, Triple X, Frankie Kazarian, Motor City Machine Guns, Kurt Angle, Christian Cage, Samoa Joe, and so many others.
And your Jeff Jarrett's. The Jeff and Karen Jarrett. We cannot forget either one of them.
Damn right. You can't forget either of the Jeff, Jarrett or Hardy.
That's right.
Not going to say anything.
And then, of course, let's we get their Sting. So, yeah, there is that too.
That's fair.
But anyway,
but
lots of folks to choose from.
There's Hogan. There's Bishop.
Brother.
There's Kevin Nash. There's Booker T.
There's Scott
Steiner.
Love you, Scotty, but yeah. But then there's the TNA Knockouts, which are
There's a lot.
No, not Bobby Lashley, the Destroyer Lashley.
Yeah, you're right. MVP brought him in.
Here's two names that don't get talked about enough in the history of TNA that I am almost positive will either make my list or at least be solid honorable mentions.
Yeah.
Sonny Siaki and the Alpha Male Marty Brown.
Damn right, man.
Marty Brown. Okay.
Yeah.
Kaki Siaki was the shit.
Dude, if TNA had, well, I'm sure we'll talk about him, or at least give him a good solid mention. But if
Kaki Siaki was a more muscular version of Ricky Starks.
I'm saying
that's kind of fair. That's a fair analysis, I think.
I'm just talking in look.
Yeah, that's why I think that's a fair analysis.
He only existed in the paid pay-per-view per week era of TNA. If he had made it to the Fox Sports Net or Spike era, he could have been a fucking star. Like, I will die on that hill. That dude was charisma loaded.
Yes.
And he can wrestle a blue streak. Great. Yeah. And had it, I mean, again, there's so many people that are just so underscored. And I'm telling you, people, this is not a, you don't see me anymore in TNA stuff or whatever, but TNA Plus gives you everything except the monthly pay-per-views, $9.99. I feel like I'm in WWE Network here, 2014.
Yeah, quarterly pay-per-views, Jeff. The big ones, the quarterly ones, what you're referring to. Hardfield, Slammiversary, the Rebellion, and the Bound for Glory. They actually have only a true big four.
But the weekly pay-per-views going back to 2002, bleeding into the time they overlapped with Impact, and then every episode of Impact. And all the monthly pay-per-views once they go into the archive, but going back to Victory Road 2004. So it's I am loving going back and watching this stuff. I did post on social that I'm actually going back and watching from when I first became a fan, but adding WCW to the WWF stuff. And man, think about the companies: WWF 1990, Ultimate Warrior, the Hart Foundation, Texas Tornado. Okay, WCW. Sting's the world champion. I already forgot. Oh, Doom are the world tag team champions, Simmons and Butch Reed, with Teddy Long, not woman. The Godfather wrestling Teddy Long. But Theodore Ardlong, excuse the hell out of me.
Right.
U.S. champion Lex Luger for about one more show because he's going to get that ass whooped by Stan Hansen at Halloween Havoc. Stan Hansen, that crazy. The U.S. tag team champion Steiner Brothers facing the Nasty Boys at Halloween Havoc, which is going to be, I haven't watched that match ever. That's going to be fun. Who else? TV champion Arn Anderson, Ric Flair at Halloween Havoc in a tag title match with Arn against Doom. that era of WCW, which was still transitioning from the NWA name, just so much fun to watch. And of course, WWF, of course, the debut of the Undertaker looming on the horizon with that big ass egg sitting out there on TV.
Right.
It's fun to go back and watch wrestling. Like I told you on yesterday morning, being a pro wrestling fan is so much fun again. I'm going back and reliving why I became a fan in the first place. And I'm watching it back and I'm going, man, 7-year-old me had no standards. Because this is the shits. But this stuff is great. I love this stuff we got going on right now. And we open mic night tomorrow again. So many. The wrestling world has been kind to us as far as topics in this first week of 2024 and the end of 2023. So I'm looking forward to it, JJ.
And it's all fun stuff too. I mean,
yes,
there's definitely a few things that could spark controversy and negative comments, but we're not talking about those. I made a conscious choice to leave those off of the agenda. We're not going to be talking about Kevin Dunn.
Good deal.
Kevin Dunn ties to Vince McMahon. There's too much Vince McMahon hate.
Yeah.
We don't need all that the first show of the new year.
Right?
We are going to be talking about Nick Nemeth.
Yes.
Showing up at Wrestle Kingdom.
That was crazy.
We're going to be talking about Deonna Purrazzo, the virtuosa Long May She Reign, making her AEW Dynamite debut.
Is that right?
We're going to be talking about the return of the most electrifying man in all of entertainment.
I smell it.
The Rock.
I smell it. I feel it. I feel it.
We're going to talk about the reveal of the Devil and the debut of the Undisputed Kingdom.
I need to watch that Dynamite. I keep forgetting to watch that.
It was a heck of a show.
We're going to be talking about the American Nightmare, making the wrestling club's dreams come true.
Right.
If you don't know what I'm talking about, go on Twitter. I will send you the URL to the guy's name, Noah. But this guy who runs a wrestling club called The Wrestling Club basically started a fundraiser selling popcorn to get some of his kids to WrestleMania 40. And Cody was like, I could buy a bunch of popcorn, or I could just tell you your tickets and hotels are taken care of. See you at WrestleMania.
Oh.
So he basically bought tickets and hotel rooms for some of these kids.
That's nice.
And then the video of the guy showing the tweet to his kids and their response. All of that goes back to when I first took over and I started that segment of Not All Heroes Wear Capes.
Yeah, yep. I remember that.
This one wears a Sergeant Pepper type of coat, but still.
I mean, still. Heroes come in many different styles. So.
Jeff, I don't understand why you always praise the Rhodes family so much. Shit like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's selfless right there. That's what that is.
So
and Emmanuel, to your comment.
This is like the level of the Divas of Compton.
Right.
You know, granted, that wasn't a contest. That wasn't Bianca going out and, you know, there was other things involved in that. But this is just Cody being selfless and making a bunch of young wrestling fans' dreams come true.
Going to WrestleMania in Philly at that beautiful, Lord forgive me, Cowboy fans, that beautiful stadium the Eagles play in. Oh, it's going to be awesome for those kids. To your comment, Emmanuel, the El Renegado will actually return 2 weeks from tomorrow.
Yes.
Tomorrow is a post-party thing. No mascot.
No.
Next Saturday is our 2-year anniversary. We're going to be dressed as to the nines as we can get. Of course, nobody can touch this man. But
you notice he's not even wearing a tie tonight. This is casual Noah. He has no tie on.
Yeah,
between fever and sweating and being extremely tired, I made sure I was a little bit more composed.
He's got a fever,
yes.
And the only relief is less tie.
El Renegado de la Lucha Libre is January 20th. It'll be the week before the Rumble because I've already lost that bet with Greg thanks to Deonna Purrazzo.
Yes. Shortly after our Price is Right game night, when we do open mic night, we will have El Renegado de la Lucha Libre, we promise.
Yes, the Renegade himself will still be around for Price is Right, but once that ends, El Renegado will take the airwaves.
See, Matthew,
Ole.
good to hear. Good to hear the show was fun. I talked at him, I should say, during Mitch's Musings yesterday, and I was mentioning how even having to go to Bakersfield, NXT was still fun when we went back in 2018 or whatever it was. So
Okay, I have to ask you because I watched Mitch's Musings yesterday while I was on the phone with Cece and she was driving home, and then I legit went back and rewatched it. What the hell happened with the
I have no
dude that
idea.
crashed your show?
I have no idea. Okay, keep in mind, because
this
you know
can
where I
only
was.
happen in downtown LA.
No, for real. So for context of having people haven't watched yet, I got off the blue line. And I looked at the clock. It was 3:53. I went 2:53. I'm like, oh well, shit, that's a thing. Better get on the air here. So I'm like, do I have time? I didn't have time to get over to LA Live like I wanted to be. So I literally did the freaking stand up right at the blue line station, like right outside the tracks. I'm like, all right. I was not even a couple minutes in, and this dude just came wandering up, saw that I was podcasting, and I went, and he just started talking at me. This man took control against my will. I was afraid for my life.
Yeah, he
And,
straight up commandeered the show. At first, I thought he was one of those guys you see on like Hollywood Boulevard that like tries to sell you their CDs.
He did at first.
Okay.
He mentioned that he was a athlete in his home area of Michigan. He was talking about the championship game coming up. I'm like, please don't go here. Please don't go here. I ain't about to get argued with this man on a Thursday night. Stupid Michigan. Go Washington. Go Huskies. But then he just started going, and it's just like, oh, okay, this is happening. So I just kind of went, oh, okay. Only in America, folks. Only in America.
In California.
Yeah. They played that song at the Kings game, and I'm like, this is what we wanted to have WrestleMania 2000. When we couldn't get licensing, they gave us that WrestleMania 2000 California theme, and it's like, yeah, that's what it is. But yes, it was a fun show yesterday. I enjoyed it, the brief as it was, and I have learned that even if you plan ahead in LA transit and traffic, shit happens.
Yes.
But at the show at NXT tonight for Matthew, Lola Vice, Nikita, Chase U, Trick, Rich Holland, the Don of NXT, Metaphor, Von Wagner, Burr Davenport. That's a pretty stacked little house show they got going there. I'm here for it. Yep. Did Jeff have his Tony Khan moment? No, I actually didn't partake in the cocaine yesterday, and my hair is not existent, so I can't curl it. Anyway. But I digress. Matt, good to see you, brother. Thank you for the like button push, as we always get from you. We are closing out the show tonight. Dinner, I'm sure, is either downstairs or on its way here. So I'm going to do my parting thing. But thank you both again. Noah, you are our hero. Super chats for this week will be donated to Noah getting Theraflu. Just golly, poor guy. Right. Oh, I finally saw a commercial for those Vicks Vapo, like the super ones I've been having. I need to get more because like I'm dying here.
Gets us all bad at least one time.
For real, man.
I'm not nearly as bad as yesterday, but thank you guys. And yeah, I'm going straight to bed.
Yeah. Much like a lot of people improving their lives. Noah's not where he wants to be, but thank goodness he's not where he used to be. Because this poor dude was sick as a dog, and he still did Wrestle Kingdom like nobody else can.
It'll take more than some damn fucking flu / COVID symptom nonsense to stop me from calling my premier wrestling show every year. Damn it.
Yes, but we will have him tomorrow night as part of our panel, hosted by the not yet renegado, JJ Williams. He will be the renegade tomorrow night. I am the Meech. He is a simple man. We'll see you guys tomorrow for open mic night. Thank you all for watching us tonight during SmackDown Live. This has been a presentation, God help us all, of the Jeff Meacham Network, Multiverse of Media. Have a wonderful rest of your Friday night.
The Jeff Meacham Network's Multiverse of Media. For over 15 years, the recognized symbol of excellence and the standard bearer in coverage of sports and entertainment.